Praise for God's name. Praise His name. Praise His name. Praise that beautiful name. His name never changed. It's still the same. I'm not ashamed. His name is forever, forever and ever. You can't call him whatever. Yada Abba. What is his name? It never changes. Praise for God's name. What is his name? Praise His name. Praise His name. Praise that beautiful name. His name is the same. It never changed. This ain't no game. What you waiting for? Why don't you call upon His name? Open up that door. You don't have to cry no more. Just say thank you. Yada Abba. What is it? It's for the name. Praise Him for God's name. What is it? Praise His name. Praise His name. Praise that beautiful name. His name never changed. It's still the same. I'm not ashamed. Praise for God's name. Praise His name. Praise His name. Praise that beautiful name. His name never changed. It's still the same. I'm not ashamed. His name is forever, forever and ever. You can't call him whatever. Yada Abba. What is His name? It never changes. Praise for God's name. What is His name? Praise His name. Praise His name. Praise that beautiful name. His name is the same. It never changed. This ain't no game. What you waiting for? Why don't you call upon His name? Open up that door. You don't have to cry no more. Just say thank you. Yada Abba. What is it? It's for the name. Praise Him for God's name. What is it? Praise His name. Praise His name. It's still the same. I'm not ashamed. Praise is what does the praise His name, praise His name, praise that good Father. His name never changed. It's still the same. I'm not ashamed. It is forever, forever and ever. You can't call it whatever. Yada Abba. What is His name? It never changes. Praise is what does the what is His name? Praise His name. Praise His name, praise that good Father. His name is the same. It never changed. This ain't no game. What you waiting for? Why don't you call upon His name? Open up that door. You don't have to cry no more. Just say thank you. Yada. What is it? It's what I name. Praise is what does the what is it? Praise His name. Praise His name. Praise that good Father. His name never changed. It's still the same. I'm not ashamed. Praise is what does the praise His name, praise His name, praise that good Father. His name never changed. It's still the same. I'm not ashamed. His name is forever, forever and ever. You can't call it whatever. Yada Abba. What is His name? It never change. Praise His wondrous name. Praise His name. Praise His name. Praise that beautiful name. His name is the same. It never changed. This ain't no game. What you waiting for? Why don't you call upon His name? Open up that door. You don't have to cry no more. Just say thank you. Yada Abba. Yahuwah is His Father's name. Praise His wondrous name. Praise His name. Praise His name. Praise that beautiful name. His name never changed. It's still the same. I'm not ashamed.
Shalom to everyone. We are live. Today is a very special live. Tag everyone that you could, well, whoever you could tag, whoever you want to invite. Yahuwah, Yahuwah.
Praise His wondrous name. Praise His name. Praise His name. Praise that beautiful name. His name never changed.
Yeah.
It's still the same.
A shout to all true commanders in the army of Elohim and all true soldiers in Elohim's army. We are approaching the end. And my brothers and sisters, this is the place that you need to be on right about now.
Forever and ever, you came out of whatever. Yada Abba. His name, it never changed. Crazy.
Today we're going to be discussing the tsunamis that will be happening from Panama City straight across to Bahamas, from Bahamas straight across to Florida, from Florida straight across to New York. As of right now, tropical storm or super hurricane Dorian is going to merge with the tropical depression that is coming from Mexico. They're going to merge, and also the new tropical storm that formed right off of the coast of Florida going to also merge with Dorian. We're going to create a really catastrophic hurricane that has never happened before. So a hurricane that never ever happened in the history of humanity is going to break the records. As you all know, Dorian is already breaking the records, the Guinness Book records. Yes, my storm Dorian is doing some devastating things in Bahamas. As of right now, Dorian is turning over a certain place in Bahamas. And right now, Dorian is edging close to the Florida coast to do the merging process. Just like I told you all about the shift that would have happened when it nearly reached Florida. There will be a shift right. It's happening, folks. So sit back, and we are going to really be teaching some really deep things today about how the earthquake is going to begin in Florida, New York, off the coast of New York, the North Atlantic Ridge, Central Atlantic Ridge. We're going to be discussing a lot of things. So this is the life that you need to be on right about now. So let's go viral.
It never changed. This ain't no game. Rakabahasha. What you waiting for? Why don't you call upon his name? Open up that door. You don't have to cry no more. Just say thank you. What is it? It's what I need. Praise Him for God's name. What is it? Praise His name. Praise His name. Praise that beautiful name. His name never changed. It's still the same. I'm not ashamed.
So what I'm also going to do, I'm also going to go back to the last few weeks of teaching that I did with you all. Do you all remember that teaching? When I teach you about dorrian before it ever happened? Well, here comes that teaching going to be coming up after. So once you all remember when I teach you all about dorrian before it ever become a hurricane. Alright, so this is the life that you need to be on right about now. Tune in to this life. Alright, so this is the place that you need to be on right about now. Alright.
Carry Jaja with me, Jaja with me. All in the classroom. Carry Jaja with me. Oh, you mean? In every lane and every crevice and corner. Still I see her, you see my me than dada. From me a little bit of it, me one order. So all when me turn grandfather. And I still a walk with the Savior. Each and every way that I go. I still not left out the most high. I not left out the most high. I still a walk with the Savior. Each and every way that I go. Still not left in Kafari. I not left out the most high. So I beg you walk with me. Walk and talk with me. Cause no matter how much I you walk with, without Jack, you're sad no rotted. So walk with me. Yeah, yeah, talk with me. Yeah. So much the nuclear power. No down to the very last hour. I and I still a walk with the Savior. Each and everywhere that I go, still now. About the most that no left out. I and I still a walk with the Savior. Each and everywhere. Now left out the most high. Now left in Tafari.
Alright, so first we're going to be discussing how the tsunami will be happening for Carapano and Maturin, for Trinidad, for Panama City. You'll be getting the full clips because I don't know when I will be doing a live again. As I told you all already, live wouldn't be every single day anymore. no lives every single day anymore, right? Once in a blue moon there will be a live in order to update you on what we are doing around the earth. That entails the saturation that we are doing and what we're going to do to Florida and what we're going to do to Georgia, to Atlanta, New York, all those places, right? We are priming those places to be saturated, so that once it's saturated and it's let me say 90% flat, then we could bring in the catastrophic mega tsunami. But before we do that, we need to saturate that piece of land to break off Florida, to break off Florida. I'll be showing you the part of Florida that will be broken off, and that part will be pushed aside in order to have a clear plane where the tsunami will be comfortably happening, even if it had happened off the Florida coast on the north coast of America. So on the north coast of America is where the other catastrophic mega tsunami is going to be happening. I'm going to be teaching you all about that today. You'll have a full teaching of where the tsunami is going to be happening on the north coast of America and on the north coast of the UK. I'll be teaching you all that on another time in another day, but for today I'm going to be teaching you all from Florida straight back to New York, the exact spot where we are actually doing the saturation for the countries right now. Alright, so what we're going to do is, without further ado, we're just going to jump into that teaching where I teach you all about Dorrian, teach you all about the other storms to come to flatten the Caribbean islands. This is very serious. This is more serious than people really think it is, actually, right? This is very, very serious. Since I tell you all about certain things, you all seen it happen, there's no need to doubt who I am anymore. So share this live. A rainy day where there's a lot of floods, and that is caused by atmospheric tsunami. So atmospheric tsunamis came and fulfill the parts of the plan that ABBA have to saturate Port of Spain, as Port of Spain will be split. All those places that are being saturated, all those places that are being burned, has already completed their saturation process. Let me say it again. All the places that around the earth that is now being burned, like what you're seeing there in Africa, like Arizona and the Amazon. All the places that are being burned right now, as you can see the statistics there, all the places that are being burned as of right now, or burned as of right now, is making place or making way for the mega catastrophic tsunamis to unfold. All the mega catastrophic tsunamis will unfold at 7,000 feet high, as the reason why ABBA must burn the land, right? The reason why ABBA must burn the land in order for the tsunami to have a good comfortable flow on land. So that's why earthquakes happen on land. The earthquakes happen on land in order to facilitate the mega tsunamis on land. So the tsunamis will be moving on land as well as in the sea. So the water, or different waters, or the ice that is melting at a really right now we have reached 100 billion tons of ice that melt from Greenland. So we reach 100 billion tons of ice that has melted, and this is not to do with global warming or any other of those deceptions that is being posted out by the weather center and by the meteorologists or by certain groups out there, or by the weather channel and all them other brain dead people, right? This have absolutely nothing to do at all with global warming. This have to do with the judgment of the creators. So therefore, it's the judgment of the creators that is really unfolding on the earth, and it have absolutely nothing at all, absolutely nothing at all to do with anything like global warming, because the global warming is a major deception. As I say right about now, this live should have at least 500 people on it, and I know I will not get 500 people on the live because of the things that I'm teaching is real. All right, and people think it's a fantasy that I teach. So people will run to other people, the merchants like Ragu or Devika or the Weather Center or CNC3 or some other news station, the Barbados Meteorologist Office or Africa, whoever. They will run to different people for their oil, right? But the one who really given the main truth, they will not listen to him. Well, that is just part of me being here on the earth, is that I will teach a truth that nobody else on the earth will have. But this truth is a truth that only few will accept. Only few will accept it, because the others who are facing the judgment, they are the ones that will die. They are the ones that will be consumed in their own desires, in their own flesh, because they will be the ones to perish. Right? They will be the ones to perish. Anyhow, today's live going to be a little important, a little interesting, as today I'm going to be I'm not going to be staying long, right? I'm going to go for an hour and then the live will come to an end, and I don't know when I will be doing a live anymore. Well, I don't know when I will be doing a live, maybe next 3 days or so on, but I'll not be staying 4 hours or 3 hours, 2 hours and a live anymore. Live will only run maybe for 45 minutes. I might go for a little 45 minutes, because I just want to teach about certain things here. So without further ado, we're just going to dive right into the teaching. What we're going to be teaching about today is the part of the other storms, right? Remember the part of the other storms, right? We're going to be going into that. But before we go into that, I just want to advertise to you all that there are right now bushfire. There's the whole of Africa is burning right now, and the world is not paying attention. The thing is, the world is not really paying attention to anything that I say. So because the world is not paying attention to anything that Archangel Samuel say, hence the reason why Abba is going ahead with their judgment. They're going ahead with their judgment. And you know, this place that is being flooded here, this place is down, like I think is somewhere in Port of Spain. This place is somewhere in Port of Spain, I think going down by Price Mat side, not too far from the fire station. This is the same place, right? This is the same place by the fire station that felt the earthquake, right? And on the same road, let me just pause it right now. Let me just go back a little bit. This same road, let me just pause it right now, right? Going a little too fast. Let me just go back there. This same, going a little too fast. This same road was the same place, right, that was shaken by the earthquake on 2018, right? This is the same place that was shaken. This is the same road in Port of Spain that was shaken, and up the same road there is a grocery across by the cathedral in Port of Spain. That is the same place that was shaken terrible by the earthquake on in August the 21st, 2018, right? So this is the same place that Abba is saturating again. Alright, saturation is going on in the same place that had earthquake on August 21st, because this time the earthquake that is going to happen will be a 10.1 magnitude. And you know what I mean by 10.1 magnitude? It will be 2 magnitudes to flatten Trinidad, right? 2 magnitudes to flatten Trinidad, but half of Trinidad will survive, right? Half of Trinidad, meaning places like Arima, well, half of Arima will survive this shift that's going to happen in the next few days, right? So after Abraham do the saturation, then they will bring earthquakes. So after the saturation complete for Trinidad, after the saturation is complete, when I mean complete, I mean complete. After the saturation is completed for Port of Spain, you will see earthquakes happening in Port of Spain itself, because Port of Spain is on a major fault line, and that fault line runs from, right, and let me see if I can just bring that up there, that fault line, and I can show you all on a live because I have the map on standby there. What the fuck is that? I have the map on standby. It's just to bring it up and show you all there. Yeah, it just bring it up and give you all, you know, a little insight, a little idea. Alright, I have the map on standby. I don't know how that switched there, but I have the map on standby here. It's just to bring it up and show you all what I'm talking about. Easy peasy. Alright, so the map is kind of upside down, but I turn the map around to show you all something else. And that is the reason why it's important for people to listen to me, so that they will know all the places that will be flooding. All the places that is flooding is the places that will be shaken by the next mega catastrophic earthquake, right? All the places in Trinidad that is being saturated right now, the places that are not being saturated is those that will remain for a short space of time to go through the FEMA in September and etc., right? So in other words, what I'm saying is the mega earthquake is coming. It's going to happen very, very soon. It could happen in a few days from now, as soon as the saturation has been completed. Once the saturation is completed, right, once Aberdeen completes their saturation, the mega catastrophic earthquakes will begin to rumble in Trinidad, right? So what I just wanted to show you all there, all right, is the island of Trinidad. Let me just see if I can just float it across. So earthquakes will begin to rumble as soon as the saturation completes. Once the saturation completes, once we get the saturation completed, then it will be easy to split, to begin to continue the plan to split Trinidad. I just wanted to show you all something. I'm showing you all on a smaller screen, right? Right. So as we can see here, let me just zoom in a little bit again. So I want to just get Arima and show you all the major fault line, right? There's a major fault line that runs from Carupano straight through Arima from Port of Spain, and it runs through Arima, it runs through San Juan, it runs through oh gosh, it runs until it reach. Let me just bring this map a little closer, right? I want to show you what I'm talking about, but I will have to zoom in plenty now, boy. I'll have to zoom in to show you all what I mean. Alright, so there's a reason why I have one drawing on the other side and this drawing on this side, because I want people to understand. Remember, I'm not really going too long, we're just going for an hour. So within an hour time, I had to clear up everything to complete the life for today. Alright, so as you can see, right, this is Port of Spain here, right? This will be Port of Spain here. This will be out here, will be Shagonas or Shakashikari. Alright, it will be out here and stuff like that, right? Now just waiting for the map to build itself, because the map ain't building itself at all, boy. So you all could see the places on the map. Alright, but this is the island of Trinidad that is seen here, right? Alright, so this here, waiting for the map to build itself, and you could see that there is a major fault line here. Well, you can see it, right? But there's a major fault line that runs from here. Alright, and this place that we're looking on this place that we're looking on in the right is the exact place here. Alright, well, as you can see, Diego Martin, well, as I zoom in, you'll see for yourself now, right? But there's a major fault line, right? So as we coming in, let me see if I can just come in with that there. Alright, so there's a major fault line from Carupano, runs straight over Port of Spain. It runs from Port of Spain, as you can see here. It runs from Carupano and runs from Carupano straight in. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a little mini drawing, right? Let me see if I could just do a little drawing on this really brisk, really quick, as we could do the measuring of how the earthquakes from Carupano will be happening. So what I have to do is just bring it in a little bit because I want to show you all now, right? But because I want to show you all, I have to, show you all different points. So the best thing to do is just bring up the full map. Alright, I want to do is bring up the full map. So I will always teach you all a little different something here, showing you all the full points of the map, right? Alright, so let me just see if I could just go forward there. Alright, so what I'm going to teach you all today is where the definite shaking of the 10.1 earthquake will be happening, right? And that's going to use distance. That's going to show you all the distance from Carupano to Maturin. Alright, that is Maturin there, by the way. Alright, so I want to show you all where the 10.1 earthquake will be happening. Let me just see if I can just go back out and go back out and go back out and go back out and go back out. Right, and go back out and go back out. Right, now down here is Superior. Right, now I'm going to do a little mini drawing for people today. Right, I'm going to do a little mini drawing to show you exactly where the 10.1 earthquake will be happening. Right, note that this piece of island here, which I will be drawing out for you in a second, this whole piece of island here have to break out, right? It have to break off, right? Carupano have to break off. So I'm going to start the drawing from here, right? I'm going to start the drawing from here. Let's put my first drawing, my first mapping, right? So I'll just carry this. I'll just carry this a little bit, so I'll show you all where the splits will be happening, because this is the first instance. Or should I just show you all? Let me see where this is going. Alright, so they're close to Chaguaramas. Chaguaramas is one of the main epicenters, by the way, and when the connections start from here, so this is where actually where on my divine drawing that I did, it have a lot of different things, right? So there I just want to point out to you all where the mega catastrophic tsunami will be happening, right? As you can see, this is point 14 down here, and this is Superior. The tsunami is going to begin, right? Alright, let me just draw it out there for you. So this is Port of Spain, right? We're gonna find where Chaguaramas is, because Chaguaramas, right? So as you can see, Chaguaramas right down here, right? Chaguaramas is here. What I'm gonna do is just show you all how this tsunami will be happening now, right? So what I'll do is just put a next point right here. Alright, so I put a next point here, and what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna show you how the tsunami will be coming in and how the tsunami will be happening right away, right? So let me just put this out because this need to break off. So this is Arupa here, yeah? This is just one place that will break off. This place will break off. Let me see if I can just zoom down some more, boy. Zoom down a little more. Zoom down a little more. Alright, so once I get to zoom down a little more, make no mistake, this is the live that you need to be on. I'm just going to teach you all a little something, a little quick. And I don't think I will be going into anything deeper because we actually come into the hour, right? So Well, I just want to show you all really brisk and really quick is how the tsunami will be happening from Shagonas. Alright, just like we're drawing here, that is exactly how it will be happening. Alright, this is the divine drawing. Now when we go up to Maturin, now Maturin will be down here. Alright, what we'll have to do is we will have to now draw, or we will have to put another, we'll have to put another cut right here. Right, so now that we put another cut there, now we're going to cut on land now, because we had a cut on land. Right, so I'll put another one down there. I'll put another one down here, because as you can see Maturin there, right, the cut is happening like so. Right, I'll put a next one on land, because that is how the cut will be happening. Right, the cut happening from Maturin and come down to Tukapita. Right, so the cuts come down here too as well. Right, this is how the earthquakes will be happening, or this is how the earthquakes already happening in to bring that separation now. Right, so from here, alright, coming down a little bit again, we're coming down a little bit again, we're coming down a little bit again. Alright, and then we come out here. Right, and when we come out here now, I'm not sure if you've seen what I'm doing, but let me just zoom down a little bit. Yeah, once you could see what I'm doing, right? Once you could see what I'm doing, right? But the cut had to be a little, it had to be a little bigger, right? Let's showing you all now, but let's try to quickly show you all where the cuts will be happening. That Maturin and Carapano have to cut off. Carapano will be cut off, and this whole piece of island have to be cut off in order for the water to gather. Right, and the water needs to gather. Right, right. So just see. Alright, so while we're waiting for that to load, they're gonna take a little while, but anyhow, alright, I think I maybe go a little too far in going here, as this is one of the main points of why you should listen to my life to know how the separation of Trinidad will be. Right, this is exactly how the separation of Maturin and Carapano will be. Alright, this is how it will be. This is Trinidad and Tobago down here. Alright, and you see, just see if I could just go up a little bit. Alright, so this is Trinidad here. Right, this is Trinidad here. Just see if I could just move this a little bit closer in. Now, as I said already, this piece of island, it kinda giving a little trouble. This piece of island have to break off. This piece of island will break off. This piece of island here will break from here and come down to here. So this whole piece of land here that has nobody on it, this piece of land here will break off from Venezuela, and then the water from the Atlantic Ocean up here will come down to here. Right, when it comes down, it will come down to all here. So all here that are cut out will be filled with water. So water will be all in here. Just in this box. See in this box that I draw here, there's a other split again that happening right now a little lower down in Venezuela, Valencia side. Down Venezuela, Valencia side, down that side. But just where you see these boxes, the exact thing, this is exactly how the tsunami will be happening. So we're talking about the water that coming down from the Caribbean islands, right? The water here, right? And to note to everybody who listening, the last mega earthquake that happened on the 21st of August, it happened right here. Right here, right where you're seeing doing the circling of here, up here, right up here is where the last no, not up here, about here. Alright, yeah, the last earthquake that happened on the 21st of August, it happened right here, right? And then the 4.0 that happened a few weeks ago or a few days ago happened right here. And then the 3.8 happened right here. Then the 4.0 happened right here. Then there was a 4.4 happened right here. You understand what I mean? Alright. All these earthquakes happen right down there, right? All these earthquakes happen right down there. Alright, so this is how, folks, this piece of land will be broken off. So we're talking about the tsunami will be rising 7,000 feet. The only how the tsunami could rise the only how the tsunami could rise 7,000 feet is if we clear this piece of land. And that is what we are doing right now. We are clearing this piece of land. In order to clear this piece of land, we have to remove the tectonic plate. Once we remove the tectonic plate from here, as we already begun on the 21st of August 2018, we begin removing the tectonic plate. And the tectonic plate for Venezuela affects the whole of Trinidad because the tectonic plate surrounds the island of Trinidad. And let me just further the drawing. And let me just further the drawing by going up a little bit, because I want to go up and explain something a little more, right? That the earthquake that happened on the 21st of August, why the other islands felt it too as well, that is because there's something called an intermediate tectonic plate. Alright, so what I'll just do is here is just show you how we actually make another connection. Right, we make another connection, and that is how the south, that is how superior. You're learning, right? You're learning, right? Once again, this is how the tectonic plate is for Trinidad, right? And this is how we was able to shake the southwest of Trinidad together with Port of Spain and Arima too as well. We was able to shake Arima because there's an intermediate tectonic plate here. Let's see if I could just bring that. Oh, let me see if I could just bring it and show you all the intermediate tectonic plate. The intermediate tectonic plate comes right behind this point here where you see Arima, right? Arima was shaken by the earthquake that happened last year because there's something called a intermediate tectonic plate, right? The intermediate tectonic plate, all right, the intermediate tectonic plate, is what that shake Arima. So the earthquake that happened last year shake Arima, it shake certain parts of Trinidad who is on the fault line, by the way. Now this drawing that I'm doing here, UV seismic and them or UV seismic, and let us make it sound pretty nice. UV seismic and them have no idea of how the tectonic plates really are. They give certain things and they say that is the fault and that is that, but that is just rubbish that UV seismic and I'm talking about. They do know nothing, right? But I already did a drawing already where all the earthquakes will be happening for Trinidad. So this should be no shocking to the public that I am the only one that knows how all the earthquakes will be happening on the earth, because I am a part of the end time plan and I am the main accurate source on the earth. Everything that I have spoken has come to pass. Every single thing I've spoken, except the rapture, the catching away. That is the only thing the only thing can happen yet. The rapture and the catching away, the transformation. That them is the only thing that hasn't happened yet, because you can't have a rapture without putting certain things in order. So certain things need to be in order before Abba could, start the rapture, the catching away, and so forth, right? So the reason why there were lots of earthquakes happening in Carupano and Maturin after the big earthquake happened August the 21st, 2018, is because we were separating the tectonic plate to create the split from Carupano to Tukapita, and from Tukapita run straight to Saparia. Make sense? When the earthquake, let me just move this from here. I think I could do a little more with this, huh? See if I could do a little more. Does it make sense to you? This is let's just come down to, this is Saparia right here. This is exactly where the earthquake happened, right? This is exactly where the earthquake happened on August the 5th, 2019. On August the 5th, 2019, this is exactly where the earthquake happened in Saparia or Palo Seco and Point Fortin, and those places felt it. That is because the intermediate tectonic plate and the intermediate fault line runs through Saparia. So sometime Abadam might say, okay, well, we will do an earthquake in Tukapita, and then they will do an earthquake in Arepa. Arepa is right here, this point here. Let us touch it, right? This point that you're seeing here, this is Arepa, right? I don't know if I've seen the name correct, but this is part Carupano and Maturin. All this will have to break off and sink into the sea in order for the tsunami to happen. The tsunami can just happen to go on us just like that, or the tsunami can just happen from Maracas side, just like that. If you see the drawing that I did, all right, then you will understand. Then you will be like, wow, well, this indicates how the tsunami is going to happen, right? Because I did that drawing in 2017, right? Trinidad and Tobago Weather Center stole my teaching. Yeah, he stole my teaching of the main fault lines, because I drew it out. I drew it out of where the fault lines will be. You see, I wouldn't just talk or expose certain things or certain people just like that without having proof of it. If you interfere with me, and interfere with the kingdom of Elohim or the business of Elohim, and you steal anything, right, without authorization from me, or Elohim, you're in trouble, because I will go every effort it is to expose you, right? Because you didn't get this drawing, you don't know how the fault lines is for Trinidad, you have no idea how it is, but yet still you will steal it and say you discover that and you discover this and you know what I mean. This is ignorancy at its highest level, and people shouldn't listen to people like that who don't know exactly what they're talking about. I know what I'm talking about, because everything I have said has happened. Everything that I have predicted has happened. Note, the central mid-Atlantic ridge is right here. Alright, the central mid-Atlantic ridge, and I will just see if I can like do let me just see if I can just do a little drawing by how it connects. I hope this make a little sense to you. Alright, now Tobago is a different subject by itself, right? The central mid-Atlantic ridge is let me just go. The central mid-Atlantic ridge, alright, is I just want to do it where you all could see it, right? The central mid-Atlantic ridge is not far from Trinidad. Alright, let's go up there, go up there. Alright, where you all can see it. So that's doing this a little quick review. Alright guys, we only have a little few minutes left on this live, but the central mid-Atlantic ridge, alright, is that full line that I just draw. Now note to everybody, the central mid-Atlantic ridge, alright, I can't do the full drawing right now because I don't have room to show you all now. It's just a small map. It's kind of hard to show you all what drawing there. But the central mid-Atlantic ridge is here, alright. If I turn it around in a different way, then you will understand how the tectonic plates are laid, and you will understand that Abba Yahuwah is dismantling the tectonic plates around Trinidad, right? So therefore, if the central mid-Atlantic ridge is there, then there is there will be a other fault line, right, as I tell you all, that runs from Carupano straight across the Arima, right? It runs straight across the Arima. Just see if I can just do that. It runs straight across the Arima like this, right? And then this is how the separation will be happening, by the way. And then the central Atlantic ridge, it connects, the tectonic plates connects all islands, every island on the earth, the tectonic plates connected. But when earthquakes happen on certain intermediate tectonic plates, certain islands will feel it. That is how Abba does the earthquake, right? That's how earthquakes are happen. And you think UV seismic can teach you about this? UV seismic can teach you about this. They don't know nothing absolutely about this. Yeah, UV seismic knows nothing. All they know is science. UV seismic and USGS, all they know is just science. They teach you science, right? That's all it is, science. But I am teaching you the facts, the main, the real thing now, boy, right? I teaching you the main thing, the real thing. You know what I mean? The real thing, right? Note, now we're talking about Dorrian now. Here comes Dorrian. Dorrian happened right where the central mid-Atlantic ridges, right? Dorrian happened the exact spot where the central mid-Atlantic ridge is. Now, Dorian didn't come from Africa, as they say, oh, Storm started from Africa and Storm coming from Africa. Dorian didn't start there. Dorian started in the central mid-Atlantic ridge. Yeah, in the central mid-Atlantic ridge is where Dorian started. And now we don't only have Dorian, now we have a new storm now forming off of Florida. And then we have a new one coming again. This one coming is going to create saturation for Rio Claro and all them different places. So why we looking on? Why we looking on here? In the back here will be Guayari, right? Guayari, Rio Claro. And you will have places like Moruga will be somewhere up here. I think I'm right or wrong. I think Moruga will be somewhere up here. Somewhere here will be Moruga. Alright. Those are places will be shaken after the fact. But what I'm trying to explain to you all is that the only reason that Penal Rock Road get the earthquake on the 5th of August because of the split that is happening, right? And because of the split that is happening, Penal experience, right? Penal Rock Road experience. I'm a monster strain boy. Penal Rock Road experience. Sorry about that. Penal Rock Road experienced the earthquake. I'm doing something a little wrong there, but anyhow, I'm just trying to show you all a little more advance of what I'm trying to show you, right? So the intermediate tectonic plate sits like this under the island of Trinidad, right through Penal. So right where Penal is, right where Penal is exactly where there's a main epicenter there, so to speak, right? So you have a better understanding how the another earthquake will be happening. Now the 10.1 earthquake will be generated from Carupano, right? Once it generates from Carupano, then we have Maturin now. In Maturin will be the 8.5 magnitude earthquake. Then we will have another earthquake in Tukapita or Tukupita. Alright, so Tukupita or Takupita, I don't really can't remember the real thing, but I think it's Tukupita or Tarupita, whatever. But Tukupita will have an earthquake too. I didn't discuss about the other earthquake that happened to Tukupita. But now I'm telling you all there's a other earthquake. So we talking about 10.1, then a 8.5, then a 7.1. You know, those earthquakes will have to happen here in order to break off this piece of land. So what will happen to the other piece of the land? Right, this is what you need to know, right? Remember how Trinidad is, right? If I tilt the map or turn it around in a different way, then maybe you might understand. All right, so what I'm going to do here, I'm just going to turn the map around. I'm going to flip it around. I'm going to tilt the map. So what I'm going to do is just do a little tilting of the map. I'm going to tilt the map so where people can see now.
Earthquake information,
Right.
Location, Northern California, 21 minutes ago, 8:29 p.m.,
sure
class,
that
minor,
you will
magnitude
understand,
2.0, depth 6
right,
kilometers.
how certain things will be happening, alright? And
Earthquake
this might give
information,
you a
location,
better
Southern
idea
California,
how
31
Trinidad
minutes ago,
sits
8:18
on,
p.m., class,
really
minor, magnitude
important
3.7,
tectonic
depth
plate.
13 kilometers.
This tectonic plate
doesn't really do much damage per se, but Trinidad is not an active zone for earthquakes. No, that is because Yahuwah is doing some work. Because Yahuwah is doing some work, and the reason why, you know, certain things will happen.
Earthquake information. Location, North Atlantic Ocean. 1 hour ago. 7:17 p.m. Class, minor. Magnitude, 3.1. Depth, 40 kilometers.
Location of the map. Alright. So this could give you a little more idea. When it's settled, you will see
a new earthquake has been detected. Location, offshore Guerrero, Mexico, 18 minutes ago, 8:32 p.m. Class, light, magnitude, 4.3, depth, 3 kilometers.
Alright guys, I think I passed 1 hour. Not supposed to pass 1 hour. Alright guys, and this is how the tsunami will be happening. I just give you all a different idea. I hope that you all might see it a little better, but this is really awesome. This is the same place. Look where Barbados is, right? Let's just look where Barbados is. If you look, let me just see. Right. If you look where Barbados is, Barbados is right there, right? And I see already the storm Dorrian begin in the central mid-Atlantic ridge. The central mid-Atlantic ridge is not far from Barbados, right? Central mid-Atlantic ridge. Then you have the northern mid-Atlantic ridge. The northern mid-Atlantic ridge will be about here, so right about here will be the northern mid-Atlantic ridge. Then we have Pacific rise will be on the other side, right? The Pacific rise will be on the other side. That is Columbia side. That will be the Pacific rise. But we have the northern mid-Atlantic ridge. We have the central mid-Atlantic ridge. All right. So this is where the central mid-Atlantic ridge, the northern mid-Atlantic ridge is up here. The central mid-Atlantic ridge is down here. Right? So the storm Dorrian began exactly where the central mid-Atlantic ridge is. Alright? Once it begins where the central mid-Atlantic ridge is, then it's on a purpose. And it's on a purpose to create saturation. Right? It's all about saturation. It's all about doing the saturation and completing the saturation for a specific timing or a specific time frame. Right? Remember this year, right? This year, August the 21st, there were rains like that in Port of Spain. So since the 5th of August, Aberdeen started to do a phase of saturation. The first saturation began in Penal, and from Penal they move on to a different place. Places like Diego Martin in receive saturation. Places like Maraval in receive saturation yet. Those are places that really feel when the tectonic shift happen in Carupano, because those places are on the main fault line. So because those places are on the main fault line, I think soon I'll be talking about the earthquakes to happen in America. Well, the earthquakes already happening in America already. But, you know, I will give you all a more in-depth earthquakes that happen in Kansas itself, close to Oklahoma City. And I'll show you how ABBA is splitting it to break off the other half, which will be Florida, and all this other half will be pushed aside because so that the water from the ocean or the water that is melting in Greenland, it will come in between, and then it will create a split or a saturation or a divide or a division. It will divide America in 7 parts. All right. America will be divided in 7 parts. Trinidad will be divided in 3 parts. Grenada and them can't be divided in no how, because they already small already. They're easy to be destroyed. Grenada is surrounded by water, so it's very easy to destroy Grenada. It's very easy to destroy St. Lucia, Dominica, Barbados, and all those islands, because they are surrounded by water. Trinidad is surrounded by water. Yes, they are. But in order to create a beautiful scenery for the rapture to happen, you had to create a mega tsunami. So when the mega tsunami happens, Sagonas, because that's where it will happen. You will never hear me change my tongue. I will not change my tongue and say the tsunami will happen 0.14. You know, the tsunami will be stretched out, just like what I was showing you earlier. That's how it will happen. The tsunami will happen from point A, stretch straight across to point C. The tsunami will happen from point C straight across to where places like Cedros, Penal, all those places will be wiped out, as I told you all already. So places like Moruga, Rio Claro, all those places, earthquakes happen. Alright, so what I'm going to do one last time, I'm just going to make a connection from the earthquakes that happened in Trinidad a few weeks ago. I'm just going to make a connection right here. Alright, I make a connection right here so that you all will understand. I just want you all to just understand, grasp it, right? The reason why, right? So as you can see, from Saparia go straight across, right, will be split. From Arima, Port of Spain will be split. So now you have a dividing. Now you have Trinidad will be divided in 3. 1, 2, 3. Right? The part in the middle will not survive the mega tsunami. The tsunami will be 7,000 feet high, and it will be at least I had to get the correct measurement, but judging from this distance, right? We're judging from the distance down here to the distance up here, right? These two distance up here, let's see. These two distance, this up here, they know how can I do that? Judging from the distance, right? Let's see if I can just put it back out there. So judging from the distance, right, the tsunami will be coming in, right? Remember I told you all already how the tsunami will be happening, right? Now, right here is Grenada, right? And this will be St. George's, right? In order to create a mega catastrophic tsunami for the island of Trinidad and Tobago, you have to put things in a gear. So everything is a gear. Everything is in a gear right now. We're just waiting to happen, right? It's just waiting to happen. So if you look carefully at the drawing, let me see if I could just do something a little extraordinary here. Let me see if I could just I don't think people seeing the drawing that well, and I just want you all to see the drawing, right? So I mean, I will have to, like, let me see if I can just put on the contrast a little bit and flip it around. I want to give you all an idea now. Just want to give you all an idea of how all points should be connected, or you will understand now.
We live on a flat earth. We ain't living on a spinning ball. So it's not impossible for tsunami to happen on a flat earth. It's impossible for tsunami to happen on a spinning ball. If we was living on a spinning ball, the tsunami tsunami cannot happen on a spinning ball. You also know that by now, right? If you take water and you put it in a plate, it will settle. If you take water and you put it on a plate upside down with the bottom of the plate facing upward and you throw water in it, what will happen? It will never settle. That is because that should be an example to you that the earth is flat, right? The earth is flat. No, I'm not a part of any flattest society or anything like that, but I'm just trying to make you understand how the tsunami will be happening, right? So judging from this drawing here should give you a deeper understanding how the tsunami will be happening, right? So you need to watch from a more higher perspective. When you watch from a higher perspective, you'll be like, wow, so this looks like a plain field, right? It looks like a goal. This looks like a goal post and different things. This is how the tsunami will be happening. And this is how earthquakes are happening right now in Mathurin and Carupano, Tucupita, and all those places. There was a 4.4 earthquake happen here. Then bam, there was a 4.1 earthquake here. Then there was a 3.6. Then there was a 3.8. Then there was a 4.0 right here. Right here. I'll show you all, boy. Right. See what you guys, if you all could see the mouse there. So as you see in my mouse there, I give you a better idea how these mega catastrophic tsunamis will be happening. Alright, so although it mightn't be 100% how you might want it, because I'm about Google Maps are using, so I'm trying to facilitate to explain it so that you all could understand it a little better. You know, it would be a little better for you all to understand. So as I said already, there's a fault line running from Mathurin, right? Mathurin is somewhere up here, right? Somewhere up here, well, Mathurin, right? Mathurin up here, which I don't have the full screen to show you because I want to show you where Dorrian start. Dorrian start right at this point, right at what's your name, boy? All right. Right at this point, right at this point is where Dorrian started, right? Dorrian starts here, right? And it didn't miss Trinidad really. It just passed close to Trinidad, right? And there's nothing called outer bands, right? Anytime a storm pass close to Trinidad, anything, if the island is being affected by the storm, well then they are part of the storm. It are nothing called outer bands or they will be affected by the outer bands. That is just bullshit, right? All them thing is just rubbish. All them thing is just make-up thing that they're teaching you all. They're teaching you all make-up things that they make up for themselves. They make up these things and they're telling you, well, bam, bim and bam, well, you know, they're telling you all about outer bands, aftershock, force shock, and all them kind of bullshit. Anything that happens after an earthquake, folks, is an earthquake, right? Anything that happens after a big earthquake, a small earthquake is an earthquake. Look, there are earthquakes right now happening in California right now. They're still calling it a freaking aftershock. They're still calling it a foreshock, right? How can an earthquake that happened from since July, right, and happening it's still in August be an aftershock? Think, right? Think. Anything that happens after an earthquake is an earthquake. It's another shift happening in the set spot in order to bring a separation, right? in order to bring a separation, in order to bring the tectonic plates in alignment to create a certain atmosphere, then they have to do things this way, right? Things have to happen this way in order to facilitate the shifts that will be happening. All right, so what I'm going to do is just going to take this opportunity to ask anybody if they have any questions at all. All right, I spoke a lot. You could take a screenshot if you want. All right, you could take a screenshot of this. This is nice. This is nice. I would have taken a screenshot because you're actually seeing from a heavenly perspective how Trinidad going to be saturated, how Trinidad going to be split in three, right? So the people who living on the island of Trinidad and Tobago, they really don't know what awaits them, right? Because UV seismic and them, they're up to no good, right? Because they don't really know how the fault lines running. They don't really know how the tectonic plates are laid. They don't really know. And let me tell you all something, if you don't believe all what I'm showing you all here, right? For proof, go on UV seismic page where they just report the earthquakes, and you will see all the points that are pointed out here. Every point, right? Every point that are pointed out here, there were earthquakes in Barbados, there were earthquakes in St. Lucia, there were earthquakes in Dominica, there were earthquakes in Puerto Rico.
A new earthquake has been detected. Location, Dodecanese Islands, Greece, 5 minutes ago, 9:01 p.m. Class, light, magnitude, 4.7, depth, 10 kilometers.
Right? They can't explain it to you because they really don't know how earthquakes are caused. So they're telling you all the tectonic plate releasing energy and releasing stress and all them kind of rubbish. It's just bullshit, right? The angels are executing what is supposed to be executing because the end is here, all right? The end time is here right now and people just don't see it, all right? The earth is a harvest field. If you look from a distance, as I am looking from a distance, then you'll be like, wow, okay. So that is all the people. So the red dots that we see in there, that is where people live in. That is where people exist. That is streets and towns. That is lives there. If you go higher up, that is lives. That is St. Lucia, Dominica Republic, all those places, right? So if you follow my life, then you'll be like, wow, okay, so the 10.1 earthquake will happen, a 10.1 earthquake will happen rather, Panama City. From Panama City, then it will go to Jamaica. From Jamaica, then it will go to Carriacou. From Carriacou, then it will go, and I can show you all. I can show you all. I did drawings on this already, right? I did drawings on this already, right? To do a second drawing here will be like, wow. But as I said already, in the Lesser Antilles, there is a tectonic plate to reverse all the islands. All the little mini islands there broke off from one another. If you have any questions,
earthquake downgraded to 4.4 from 4.7. Location,
And,
Dodecanese Islands, Greece,
Martinique-
8 minutes ago, 9:01 p.m. Class,
was one
light,
of the
depth,
places
10
that was
kilometers.
saturated, real saturation happened in Martinique today, right? As the storm Dorrian, right, now crossed Martinique and now it's heading to Dominica Republic, right? It's to do saturation. From Dominica Republic, the eye or the body of the storm will be able to fully, from Dominica, it will stretch to Antigua and Bermuda and from there it will go to Montserrat, and from Montserrat, what I was telling you last night, is where there will be a switch. There will be a switch happening. Then it will go to the Virgin Islands. Then it will go to Puerto Rico, just like I teach you all. Right? Then it will go to Puerto Rico, right? Well, the British Virgin Islands. And then it will go to Puerto Rico. And then it will go, alright, we're going to Puerto Rico, alright? And then when it goes to Puerto Rico, alright, then it will go to Bahamas, and then after Bahamas, then it will merge with the Tropical Depression 6. And when it merges with the Tropical Depression 6, then it will now form into a hurricane, right? It will form into a hurricane. The same Dorian will strengthen, yeah? It will strengthen, right? When the storm Dorian almost reached to this place here, right? When it almost reached to this place that you're seeing here, what you name the place I just say? Anyhow, then Bahamas, then it will go to the Florida region, right? Florida is not far from here. Now, and when it goes to Florida, we reach to the Florida. I think we nearly reach Florida there. And then when it reached to the Florida region, which we almost reached the Florida region, we reached the Florida region already. And this, my brothers and sisters, is where our next storm has been formed. Right? So we have a next storm here right now. A next storm has been formed right here, and this storm will merge with Dorrian coming to merge with this storm. And right now this storm is moving very, very slow, so the storm now is waiting to merge with Dorrian. Instead of creating a next storm up here, right, excuse me, instead of Abadam creating a next storm up here, all right, they decide to use Dorrian, since Dorrian was predicted and prophesied by Archangel Samuel. Abba decided to use the same Dorrian storm and merge it with Tropical Depression 6. So when Tropical Depression 6 meets up with Dorrian, because Dorrian is heading to Bahamas and all those other places, it wouldn't dissipate yet. Unless if Abraham say, well, okay, well, we will dissipate it, and then we will go along with Tropical Depression 6, and we will saturate Georgia, we'll saturate Atlanta, then we will swing the storm rather to New York and Georgia and all these different places there, right? We already there. Let me just change back the screen to show you all there. Right? So we already there, just giving you all a little in depth so you all could see now, right? So we already reached Florida. We reached Florida already. I think we in Florida. Yeah, I think so. We should be in Florida, as the next storm must start but we pass Florida because Yukon is like Mexico. I think we're in Florida already, or maybe we passed Florida, right? The next storm, I think I've gone a little way too far, alright? I think I've gone up a little too far, alright? I don't know if we passed Florida or what, but the next storm now, the next storm will form right off the coast of Mexico. So alright, I'm going right. I need to go up here. And the next storm will form right off the coast of Mexico. Alright, so now you all understand. Now you all maybe have a better understand how all these storms will be formed. So what I'm going to do is just go back down to Trinidad, because I want to go back down to Trinidad. Alright, this is Mexico here, by the way. Alright, this is Mexico, not Florida. Alright, and this is the storm Dorrian is going to merge with Tropical Depression 6, and it is going to go forth to Atlanta and do the saturation, right? I can't see it because I don't know which distance it is right now. So you know the merging going to happen. And let me tell you something, nobody can sit down here and teach you all this, eh? Right? Nobody has no time to sit down and teach you all what I'm teaching you all here. Nobody has no time to do that. Right? Say, being blessed that I say down here and teaching you that. Right? But nobody ain't going to do that. Nobody ain't going to sit down and for hours and teach you all this. Well, I'm not going to spend hours, by the way. Right? But nobody ain't going to, This is Google Earth, by the way, so I could respectfully zoom out, right? Maybe I might see right. Okay, I see in Florida. Florida is right up here, right? Alright, not too far from Florida is where our next storm started, right? And this next storm started close to let me see if you all seen it. Florida, right? It's Florida right here. This is Florida. So the next storm, right, has started right here. The next storm started right here, and it's going up to Jacksonville. It's going to be saturated, right? Jacksonville, the storm is going up, and then the storm is going to come to a stop. Remember, the purpose of this storm is to bring saturation, right? The purpose of this storm is to bring saturation, as I told you all. On the coast here, all these places that is close to the coast will be saturated. Right? The saturation had to happen close there. Right? And the purpose is to bring saturation. Right? It's just to bring saturation so that the splits and everything else can happen beautifully normal. You are free to share this live in groups, and you are free to share this live wherever you want to share this live, as this is something that I believe everybody should want to learn about it. I had to zoom out because, oh gosh, I will have to go through the whole Google Earth thing. I will have to see the ugly Earth. Alright? You all will have to see now. So, it's... While I go into this side, I'll teach you all where the other split will be happening. Right? While I wait for it to zoom up, I wait for it to come in. I'll have to like zoom in though. Oh my god, I will have to zoom in and wait because Google Earth trying to blur it out. So guys, this is the teaching for today. Alright. Any questions? Google Earth blowing out the freaking thing, yes? What the ass is this? Alright, Google Earth blowing it out. Sad, eh? Sad. Okay guys, we're gonna get into the Florida teaching. So everybody, as I just read into the comment section right now, and I see that people in Florida is celebrating. Right, let her keep celebrating, because what's going to happen next? All right, they are not being spared from the wrath of Dorian at all, because Dorian is still coming to Florida. Wow, what an agenda to remove the to remove the alert, but Dorian is still heading to Florida. It does not add up, right? It just don't make sense. That is because Dorian is going to merge with the other storm that we have created. Just at 3 p.m. today, we created a storm over Florida, over the coast of Florida, north coast of Florida. All right, very close to Jacksonville. We create a storm there. All right, and that storm is what's the name of the storm, boy? Juliet. All right, there's a storm called Juliet. All right off the coast of Florida right now, that is going to merge. Yes, that storm now is going to merge with it's going to merge with Dorian. Right, so they're removing the alert, putting the people of Florida in danger. But anyhow guys, today I'm going to be teaching you all a matter of fact, how long we go here. Let's see how long we go. It depends on how long we go. We went for an hour and 37 minutes. Alright. So what I'm going to do is we're going to take a short intermission break. Yeah, short intermission break. Yes, we'll just take intermission break on this, as people will get a water and get the cup of coffee or wherever you had to get it. We're gonna have a short intermission break, maybe about 10 to 15 minutes. Well, not that long. All right, as I'm going to prepare now for the catastrophic teaching, or where the storm is going to be forming and everything. I'm going to teach you all where Dorian is right now, and the purpose why we have Dorian churning over Bahamas right now. Dorian is churning over Bahamas right now, getting ready or prepare for something catastrophic to happen there. Alright, so you all need to open your eyes to understand why certain things are happening certain places, right? So we're going to take our intermission now. Get your coffee, get your tea, invite whoever you can invite. We are going for at least 2 hours. I hope I will have enough time to teach you all the other half of this life.
Praise for God's name. Praise His name. Praise His name. Praise that beautiful name. His name never changed. It's still the same. I'm not ashamed. Rock-a-bahasha. His name is for real. God's name. Praise His name. Praise His name. Praise that beautiful name. His name is the same. It never changed. This ain't no game. Rakabahasha. What you waiting for? Why don't you call upon His name? Open up that door. You don't have to cry no more. Just say thank you. Yada Abba. Yahuwah is His name. His Father's name. Praise His Father's name. Yahuwah is His name. Praise His name. Praise His name. Praise that beautiful name. His name never changed. It's still the same. I'm not ashamed. Rakabahasha. Praise His Father's name. Yahuwah is His name. Praise His name. Praise His name. Praise that beautiful name. His name never changed. It's still the same. I'm not ashamed. Rakabahasha. It is forever, forever and ever. You can't call him whatever. Yada Abba. Yahuwah is His name. It never changed. Praise His Father's name. Yahuwah is His name. Praise His name. Praise His name. Praise that beautiful name. His name is the same. It never changed. This ain't no game. Rakabahasha. What you waiting for? Why don't you call upon His name? Open up that door. You don't have to cry no more. Just say thank you. Yada Abba. Yahuwah is His name. His Father's name. Praise His Father's name. Yahuwah is His name. Praise His name. Praise His name. Praise that beautiful name. His name never changed. It's still the same. I'm not ashamed. Rakabahasha. Praise His wondrous name. Praise His name. Praise His name. Praise that beautiful name. His name never changed. It's still the same. I'm not ashamed. His name is forever, forever and ever. You can't call him whatever. Yada Abba. What is his name? It never changed. Praise His wondrous name. What is his name? Praise His name. Praise His name. Praise that beautiful name. His name is the same. It never changed. This ain't no game. What you waiting for? Why don't you call upon His name? Open up that door. You don't have to cry no more. Just say thank you. Yada Abba. What is it? It's Father name. Praise His wondrous name. What is it? Praise His name. Praise His name. Praise that beautiful name. His name never changed. It's still the same. I'm not ashamed. Praise His wondrous name. Praise His name. Praise His name. Praise that beautiful name. His name never changed. It's still the same. I'm not ashamed. His name is forever, forever and ever. You can't call him whatever. Yada Abba. What is his name? It never changed. Praise His wondrous name. What is his name? Praise His name. Praise His name. Praise that beautiful name. His name is the same. It never changed. This ain't no game. What you waiting for? Why don't you call upon His name? Open up that door. You don't have to cry no more. Just say thank you. Yada Abba. What is it? It's Father name. Praise His wondrous name. What is it? Praise His name. Praise praising name. Praise that beautiful name. His name never changed. It's still the same. I'm not ashamed. Praises for God's name. Praise His name. Praise His name. Praise that beautiful.
Can't ball in a life, man. Go on with it, go on with it.
Yo, is it? Are you kidding me?
Ghost, yeah. So we are coming with a force, yeah. Blessings we are reap and we coursing on full. Oh, we not rise and boast. Yeah, we give thanks that we need it the most. We have to give thanks that we really supposed to be thankful. Blessings all for my life, man. My thank God for the journey, the earnings are just for the plus. Yeah. And gratitude is a must. Yeah, me see blessings fall by my right hand. But I toast for the friends that take off every load. One time did sit down in a class and we poured that only said the road and me go on with the road. Third form, me say me try a thing. And you know it formed out to be a fire thing. Now up on stage with chronic say I sing. Yeah, see me all diggy soon get the higher ring. Like hello brother, me say I had to shut ya. Saw your poster, spectacular photo. Keep it burning, yes, that's the motto. If me the butter pass through your shot to get ball in a life, man. Me have to thank God for the journey, the earnings are just for the plus. Yeah, and gratitude is a must. Yeah, me see blessings fall by my right hand. But I toast to the friends where take off every load. One time they sit down in a class and we poured that only said the road and me go on with it, go on with it. That's how blessings upon me. And send me to tell them a story. That's how blessings upon me. And that's how I'm gonna give him the go. Free, I'm in the lies. And Jah knows my passion ignites. Got the music get me excited. I'm coming like a potion. Blessings all for my life and my thank God for the journey, the earnings are just for the plus. Yeah, and gratitude is a must. Yeah, me see blessings fall by my right hand. But I toast for the friends that take off every load. One time did sit down in a class and we bored then only said the road and we go on with the road. Toast, yeah, toast. Oh, we not rise and boast. Yeah, we give thanks. We have to give thanks that we really supposed to be thankful. Blessings all for my life and my thank God for the journey, the earnings are just for the plus. Yeah, and gratitude is a must. Yeah, me see blessings fall by my right hand. But I toast for the friends that take off every load. One time did sit down in a class and we bored then only said the road and we go on with the road. Toast, yeah, toast. Can't ball in a life, man. Go on with it, go on with it.
Yo, is it? Are you kidding me?
Toast, yeah. So we are coming with a force, yeah. Blessings we are reap and we coursing on full. Oh, we not rise and boast. Yeah, we give thanks that we need it the most. We have to give thanks that we really supposed to be thankful. Blessings all for my life and my thank God for the journey, the earnings are just for the plus. Yeah, and gratitude is a must. Yeah.
Nah, that is not Rihanna.
The blessings fall.
I don't listen to she music.
My right hand, but I toast for the friends that take off every load. One time did sit down in a class and we bored then only said the road and we go on with the road. Third form, me say me try a thing, and you know it formed out to be a fire thing.
Yeah, as you can see right about now, the storm Dorian has begun to move from the Bahamas to Florida now. No need to celebrate.
On stage with credit, I sing, yeah, see me all diggy soon, get the higher ring like hello, brother. You say I had to shut ya, saw your poster, spectacular photo. Keep it burning, yes, that's the motto. If me the butter pass through your shot, to get ball in a life, man. Me have to thank God for the journey, the earnings are just for the plus. Yeah, and gratitude is a must. Yeah, me see blessings fall, them right on. But I toast to the friends where take off the load. One time they sit down in a class and we board then only said the road, them go on with it.
Yeah, with a few days remaining now.
Go on with it, that's how I blessings are fall.
Before we expand.
And send me to tell them a story. That's how I blessings upon me. And that's how I'm gonna give him the go. Breathe, I'm in the light. And Jah knows I'm a person ignite.
The blessing for all those that are listening to Archangel Samuel live.
Got the music get me excited. I'm coming like a potion. Blessings all for my life on. Me thank God for the journey, the earnings are just for the plus. Yeah, and gratitude is a must. Yeah, me see blessings fall by my right hand.
Yeah.
But I toast with the friends who take off every load. One time did sit down in a class and we board. Then only said the road and me go on with the road. Toast, yeah, toast.
All right, so guys, in the next 5 minutes, we're going to begin our brand new teaching of Florida and where the storms are going to go.
Oh, in a rise and boast. Yeah, we give thanks. We have to give thanks that we really supposed to be thankful. Blessings all for my life and me thank God for the journey, the earnings are just for the plus. Yeah, and gratitude is a must. Yeah, me see blessings fall by my right hand. But I toast with the friends that take off the
So that's the reason, that's the only reason why, folks, the only reason why no storm, the storm Dorian stopped in the Bahamas. But no, it hasn't died, it hasn't dissipated, as I told you all. It's still growing, it's a still growing storm. Yes, that is Teresa from Jamaica, a young music artist. And you know the Illuminati trying to pull she in already, alright? So, yeah guys, this is the live that you need to be on right about now. Invite and tag whoever you can tag right now. So, again, that's the reason why Dorrian wasn't moving. The Dorrian, the storm was waiting for me to come live so that I can now teach you what's going to happen after Dorrian merge. Alright?
load. One time did sit down in a class and we board. Then only said the road and me go on with the road. Toast, yeah, toast. Can't ball in a life, man. Go on with it, go on with it.
Yo, is it? Are you kidding me?
Toast, yeah. So we are coming with a force, yeah. Blessings we are reap and we courting on full. Oh, in a rise and boast. Yeah, we give thanks that we need it the most. We have to give thanks that we really supposed to be thankful. Blessings all for my life and my thank God for the journey, the earnings are just for the plus. Yeah, and gratitude is a must. Yeah, me see blessings fall by my right hand. But I toast with the friends who take off every load. One time did sit down in a class and we board. Then only said the road and me go on with the road. Third form, me say make me try a thing. And you know it formed out to be a fire thing. Now up on stage with credit, I sing, yeah. See me all diggy soon, get the higher ring like hello, brother. You say I had to shut ya, saw your poster, spectacular photo. Keep it burning, yes, that's the motto. If me the butter pass through your shot, to get ball in a life, man. Me have to thank God for the journey, the earnings are just for the plus. Yeah, and gratitude is a must. Yeah, me see blessings fall by my right hand. But I toast to the friends who take off the load. One time they sit down in a class and we board. Then only said the road, then we go on with it, go on with it. That's how our blessings upon me. And send me to tell them a story. That's how our blessings upon me. And that's how I'm gonna give him the go. Breathe, I'm in the light. And Jah knows I'm a passion ignited. Got the music get me excited. I'm coming like a potion. Blessings all for my life and my thank God for the journey, the earnings are just for the plus. Yeah, and gratitude is a must. Yeah, me see blessings fall by my right hand. But I toast with the friends who take off every load. One time did sit down in a class and we board. Then only said the road and me go on with the road. Toast, yeah, toast. Oh, in a rise and boast. Yeah, we give thanks. We have to give thanks that we really supposed to be thankful. Blessings all for my life and my thank God for the journey, the earnings are just for the plus. Yeah, and gratitude is a must. Yeah, me see blessings fall by my right hand. But I toast with the friends who take off every load. One time did sit down in a class and we board. Then only
man. Go on with it, go on with it.
Yo, is it? Are you kidding me?
Ghost, yeah. So we are coming with a force, yeah. Blessings we are reap and we coursing on full. Oh, we not rise and boast. Yeah, we give thanks like we need it the most. We have to give thanks like we really supposed to be thankful. Blessings all for my life and my thank God for the journey, the earnings, and that's for the plus. And gratitude is a must. Yeah, we see blessings fall by my right hand. But that was for the friends that take off with the load. One time did sit down in a class and we bored then only said the road and we go on with the road. Third form is a me try a thing, and you know it formed out to be a fire thing. Now up on stage with credit I sing, yeah, see me all diggy soon get the higher ring like hello brother. You say I had to shut ya, saw your poster, spectacular photo. Keep it burning, yes, that's the motto. If me the butter pass through your shot to get born in a life, man. Me have to thank God for the journey, the earnings are just for the plus. Yeah, and gratitude is a must. Yeah, me see blessings fall down my right hand. But I toast to the friends where take off the load. One time they sit down in a class and we bored then only said the road. Then we go on with it, we go on with it. That's how our blessings upon me. And send me to tell them a story. That's how our blessings upon me. And that's how I'm gonna give him the glory. I'm delighted. Jah knows my passion ignited. Got the music get me excited. I'm coming like a potion. Blessings all for my life and my thank God for the journey, the earnings, that's just for the plus. Yeah, and gratitude is a must. Yeah, me see blessings fall by my right hand. But I toast with the friends that take off every load. One time did sit down in a class and we bored then only said the road and we go on with the road. Ghost, yeah, ghost. Oh, we not rise and boast. Yeah, we give thanks. We have to give thanks like we really supposed to be thankful. Blessings all for my life and my thank God for the
Rastafari never leave I alone. So even when the road get rocky, me say me never give up. I said there ain't no giving in. And when the going gets tough, I said the tough get going. My people, don't give up. I said there ain't no giving in. No, Rastafari guide I and I from the beginning. Oh, 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 a lot of youths in life say them can't take the pressure no more. Oh, oh, oh. But from your trust in the most high life, I go get better, I'm sure. The youth juggle on the roadside, Babylon say fi take up your bag and way. Boy, but you still not give up. Me say we solid as a rock like Kalanje. Not give up. I said there ain't no giving in. And when the going get tough, I said the tough gets going. One juggle your fruits, don't give up. I said there ain't no giving in, mama. Rastafari guide I and I from the beginning. Why oh why oh? Teacher not get paid, the government need for purge and process. Oh, police not get paid, so them find it hard to serve and protect. And all we get from the government is highlight bits and robust taxes. And them still a pressure the youth to run it hard on the road with them robot taxes. But there ain't no giving in. Why run your taxi you? Hey, I said the tough gets going. Ba 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 yo. Nah give up. I said there ain't no giving in. No. Rastafari guide I and I, whoa, whoa. I said my people, we've been facing struggles for so long. Ja people, please me I beg you, please could you hold on. I know the system have you down and you feel pressed down like 50 feet. After the battle, yeah, the victory sweet. Me say me still not give up, me just kiss me teeth, not give up. I said there ain't no giving in. Hey, and when the going gets tough, I said the tough gets going. Jordan believe me, now give up. I said there ain't no giving in. Why you right? So that's why I still a guide I and I. Ooh, why oh. Let's go. I carry you, Jaja, deep down in my soul. Always hold my hand in a Jaja, never let me go. I walk with you, Jaja, deep down in my soul. Always hold my hand in a Jaja, never let me go. I still a walk with the Savior, each and every way that I go. Still not left out the most high, I not left out the most high. I still a walk with the Savior, each and everywhere that I go. Still not left King Tafari, I not left out the most high. my hand, oh Jah. Could you walk with me? I'm alone, oh Jah. Could you talk with me? Oh yes. You are the reason me not in at the market. And you give me peace in my heart. All when me get rich and have 3 bodyguard and some big bad dog in my heart. And I still a walk with the Savior. Each and everywhere that I go. Still not left out the Most High. I not left out the Most High. I still a walk with the Savior. Each and everywhere that I go. Still not left King Tafari. I not left out the Most High. On my way to school, carry Jaja with me. All in the classroom, carry Jaja with me. In every lane and every crevice and corner. Still I see I see my feel me than dada. From me a little bit of pitney one order. So all when me turn grandfather. And I still a walk with the Savior. Each and everywhere that I go. Still not left out the Most High. I not left out the Most High. I still a walk with the Savior. Each and everywhere that I go. Still not left King Tafari. I not left out the Most High. So I better walk with me and talk with me. Cause no matter how much I you walk with, without Jah, you're sad no rotted. So walk with me, and talk with me, Don't watch them nuclear power, no. Down to the very last hour, I and I still a walk with the Savior. Each and everywhere that I go, still now. For the Most High, no left out. I and I still a walk with the Savior. Each and everywhere, now left out the Most High. I left King Tafari. East and Excellencies, and I say trample the bass. Yeah, I still a walk with the Savior.
Too good, my brother. Ain't good me to follow you. I know.
I will always do the good I can for an hatred I can't stand. And I hope you feel the same way too. The goodness of your words will carry you through. Do good unto others and I will do the same for you. Give it a try, my friend, and you will prove what I'm saying is true. Love is the answer. There ain't no other. Oh, love is the answer. True love of the Father. If your neighbor come begging you something, don't say go and come tomorrow. Give it now while you can. And I know, Jah will bless you. Oh, love is the answer. There ain't no other. We must exercise our love by forgiving and helping. We should teach others what they need to learn. Forgive them even when your heart burns. Love, I'm feeling. Love, lost true meaning. Love, I'm feeling. Oh yeah. Love is the answer. There ain't no other. Oh, love is the answer. True love of the Father. Love is the answer. There ain't no other. Oh, love is the answer. True love of the Father. Love, how you feeling? Love, lost true meaning. Love, lost true meaning. Oh, I will always do the good I can. War and hatred I can't stand. And I hope you feel the same way too. The goodness of your words will carry you through. Do good unto others, and I will do the same for you. Ooh, give it a try, my friend, and you will prove what I'm saying is true. Oh, love is the answer. There ain't no other. Oh, love is the answer. True love of the Father. Love is the answer. Love is the answer. True love is the answer. Got to live.
All right, so it doesn't be a good thing to celebrate. Dorian is now a Category 7 hurricane. All right. Well, you know they will never announce it as a Category 7 because they don't want me to look right. All right. So they're not announcing it at all. All right. So I just want to give you all some updates here from the Hurricane Center, right? So you all know it's authentic. I'm telling you all from one of the so-called source, right? From the Hurricane Center, Dorian lashed in the central and eastern of Florida coast as of right now. Hurricane warning continues for Sebastian Inlet, Verona Beach, Florida, north of Savannah River, of Surface City, New York City. All right, New York City. A hurricane watch continues from north of 20th Verona Beach to FL to Savannah Road, Carolina, Virginia border, including Albany, all in places. A tropical storm warning continues for Grand Bahamas and Abacos Island in the northwestern Bahamas. AA. All I hearing that? I wonder if all I hearing that. Right? I wonder if you all hearing that a next tropical storm, right, is going to affect the Bahamas. Right? Bahamas going to get lashed again by next tropical storm. Right? So after they get hit by Dorian, here comes the next storm going and hit Bahamas again. Right? As I told you all again, Abba is flattening the Caribbean islands. Right? People not paying me no mind. People not paying me no mind at all. But that's alright. I'm gonna be teaching you all about the earthquakes and things to happen in Florida after Dorian, and within the next 3 days we're gonna begin earthquakes in Florida itself. During the next 3 days, 3 days we're going to begin earthquakes in Florida, on the island of Florida. We're going to begin earthquakes there. A tropical storm warning continues for the Grand Bahama and the Abacos Island in the northwestern of Bahamas, and in the New Year's north of Pontiac, Vernal Beach, Savannah, blah blah blah. Tropical storm conditions will continue on Grand Bahamas Island along the treasure coast of Florida for a few more hours. Tropical storm conditions are expected to begin within the tropical storm warning area in North Florida and Georgia of late tonight or early Wednesday. Hurricane conditions are expected somewhere within the hurricane warning area in Florida. They don't even know what the fuck they're talking about, to be honest. They don't know what they're talking about. They're confusing the reader here. Because you know why? They don't know nothing. Look at that. Even the Hurricane Center don't know where Dorian going next. They don't know. Because the hurricane waits on me. Alright? Tropical storm conditions will begin within the hurricane warning area. In the same shit again they're talking up. Man, come on now, man. They're talking the same shit over and over here. Dorian is a Category 7 hurricane, right? From what they're judging here, they say that Dorian could be higher than a higher than a Category 5 hurricane here. All right, so Dorian is 4,110, all right, kilometers, as I'm reading here, all right, just north of the center. Recently reported a sustained wind of 67 miles per hour and a wind of gusts of 83. Well, you know, they will never tell you all how it's like I'm reading the same thing over and over here with this shit, right? I'm reading the same thing here over and over and over and over again. The Hurricane Center, which means Noah, the Hurricane Center don't know where Dorian is going. Alright, so everybody who's celebrating right about now, a lot of people celebrating that Dorian is going on land and it's going to be a category, well, already a Category 7, right? The Category 7 hurricane is going to form into a monster typhoon when all those other hurricanes merge, which is going to happen. When all those hurricanes merge together, you're going to have a Category 7 hurricane, alright, that is going to be happening. a category 7 hurricane, right? That is going to be happening. Let's see what I can do there, boy. Right. A category 7 hurricane, huh? Yeah, category 7 hurricane. Already teach you all about that already. And it's a beautiful time we are in right now in order to fulfill until the 11th of September 2019. Now, the Hurricane Center, they predict the Storm Dorrian to go northeast, but that is not the plan of Elohim at all, right? The Storm Dorrian or the Hurricane Dorrian has begun to move as of which time? As of 9 p.m. Hurricane Dorrian has begun to move from Bahamas so that another storm could come and take its place. You understand what's going on? You understand what's going on here? Right. Bahamas will be flattened, completely flattened. Trinidad will be completely flattened. Now, you know, a storm really can't flatten Trinidad, so because, you know, people are concrete house and all them thing. So the flattening is the first in this phase, and then they bring the earthquakes to complete the destruction, right? All the islands, all the Caribbean islands will be flattened by these storms. Flatten means buildings will be underwater and all them kind of thing. They won't be able to rise again as a country. As of right now, as we speak, right now as we speak, the hospital ship Comfort is on its way to Trinidad right now, just in time, right? As you can see, if you go this meteorologist from the NOAA Hurricane Center is actually predicting exactly what I've already spoke about over my life, right? They don't know what they're talking about and they have no idea what Dorrian is going to do, but they follow in everything that I'm saying. They follow in everything that I am teaching. It proves that they follow in everything I'm teaching, by the way, right? This life is going to be very important, very interesting, all right? As I'm not going to do any live in a few days until I don't know when, right? But we're going to start the teaching in the next 3 minutes. So the lift the alert, but Dorrian is going right onto the land, folks. The lift the alert. Oh my gosh, they're going to see the hell. And the reason why Dorrian was able to completely saturate Bahamas and bring some sort of destruction like that is because Bahamas is surrounded by ocean. Florida is not surrounded by ocean. So I will be teaching you today exactly what Dorrian going to do and how it's going to merge. And first I'm going to teach you about the earthquakes, then we're going to talk about Dorrian, and then we're going to talk about the other storm called Juliet, and we're going to talk about the storm called Fernando. We're going to be talking about those storms that will build into a hurricane within the next 5 hours. Within the next 5 hours, those storms are going to become a hurricane. Juliet is right now a category 1 hurricane, and Fernando is a category 1 hurricane too as well. All right, so those are things that you all should be knowing right now.
I got a strong reggae beat with a mic in my hand. To lead out the youth about a destruction. I tell the people they should know right from wrong. We got the strength, we got the power to help each other up the ladder. Don't be selfish, the welfare brothers today. We can make it if we try. Just remember to hold your head high. It doesn't make sense when we fuss and fight. I need a Gideon boot and a khaki suit. We stand out in the Babylon and defend the truth. Me nah go sit aside and watch Babylon and keep me mouth from mute.
Celebrate!
I got a strong reggae beat and a
This is the life that to be all right about now. Dorrian is moving right now. Dorrian has moved away from the Bahamas as of 9 o'clock. Dorrian has moved away from the Bahamas, and Dorrian has grown into a tremendous, beautiful eye that is heading to the eastern of Florida, eastern northern of Florida right now. That will be places like I don't know. That'll be places in Florida, close to the coast and a little way off the coast. Places like we're gonna saturate from Florida, go right back to New York City, and not only New York City, we're gonna go back even to other places which I really can't remember the name right now, but we will be saturating. All right, from Florida, go right back to New York City, just like I told you all already, right? So, stay tuned for that teaching. There's gonna be a hot topic, a real hot topic, right? Trust me.
You know me and fill it out the use about that destruction and let the people know right from wrong. All who believe in love will get a blessing from above. No, you believe in love. Yeah. All who believe in love will get a blessing from above. All who believe in love. Yeah. Calling all the leaders of the world today.
So watch now. Dorrian was waiting for me, boy. Dorrian was my mic is, boy. Yeah, let me see if I had the right way. Dorrian was waiting for Archangel Samuel to come alive. Abraham was waiting for me to come alive to announce what is the next plans, so that you all will be aware of how Dorrian is going to go beforehand. So beforehand, before they know whether Santa could have ever predict where Dorrian would have been going, Archangel Samuel already told you all days ago, before when Dorrian was a hurricane. I told you all that Dorrian will grow and it will destroy Bahamas, and if Barbados and all them other places think they get away, they didn't get away. It was an opportunity to seek Archangel Samuel, to seek out the ancient truth. They didn't. Now we have 7 storms in the Atlantic. 7 storms in the Atlantic. 7 storms in the Atlantic. And we have 3 in the Pacific out of the 7, which going to head to Thailand, Philippines, those other places like China. All right, typhoon going to hit typhoon going to hit Thailand by Thursday or Wednesday. I think Wednesday morning around 9 a.m. Trinidad time. That will be. We also have a next typhoon that is going to affect the Philippines. The places in the Philippines. That is the reason why they get earthquakes, right? So in order to preserve a certain amount of people in the Philippines for the rapture, they have to do saturation earthquake, and that's the same thing that they're doing right now. Right? It's the same settings. Yes, folks, nothing indifferent, nothing had changed. Right? It's the same thing Abraham doing. Is the same thing they're doing. Alright? It's the same thing they're doing that they did with Trinidad. It's the same saturation that they're doing over again. Alright?
Can't ball in a life, man. Go on with it, go on with it.
Yo, is it? Are you kidding me?
Toast, yeah. So we are coming with a force, yeah. Blessings we are reap and we coursing on full. Oh, we not rise and boast. Yeah, we give thanks like we need it the most. We have to give thanks like we really supposed to be thankful. Blessings all for my life, man. We thank God for the journey, the earnings, that us for the plus. Yeah. And gratitude is a must. Yeah, me see blessings fall by my right hand. But I toast with the friends that take off every load. One time did sit down in a class and we poured that for the set the road and we go on with the road. Third form, me say me try a thing. And you know it formed out to be a fire thing.
Yay! Exciting time! I want to see how much people go remain on the live with me. So when the rapture or the catching away do occur, you all were already told when it will happen.
spectacular photo. Keep it burning, yes, that's the motto. If me the butter pass through your shot to get all in a life, man. Me have to thank God for the journey, the earnings are just for the plus. Yeah, and gratitude is a must. Yeah, me see blessings fall by my right hand. But I toast to the friends where take off the load one time. Big sit down in a class on board, then only said the road, them go on with it, go on with it. That's how blessings upon me. And send me to tell them a story. That's how blessings upon me. And that's how I'm gonna give him the go. Free, I'm delighted. Jah knows my passion ignited. Got the music, me excited. Coming like a potion. Blessings all for my life and my thank God for the journey, the earnings are just for the plus. Yeah, and gratitude is a must. Yeah, me see blessings fall by my right hand. But I toast to the friends that take off the load. One time did sit down in a class and we bored dead. All said the road and me go on with the road. Toast, yeah, yeah. Toast. Oh, in a rise and boast. Yeah, we give thanks. We have to give thanks that we really supposed to be thankful. Blessings all for my life and my thank God for the.
All right, so before we go forward now, there's a storm to affect Jamaica, the island of Jamaica. There's a storm that will affect Jamaica. There's a storm again will affect Trinidad and Tobago. As you all know, the situation ain't done yet for Trinidad, right? The split must begin, sinkholes must begin, all those beautiful things must happen. But the plan for Trinidad is that once the water reserve gone down to 20%, then we will begin earthquakes on land. And right now, for those who are listening from the island of Trinidad and Tobago, those who are listening, I hope that you have water preserved or water put away, because the reservoir in Trinidad is going zero. It's going down. Right now, the reservoir in Trinidad is right now not fully 20 yet, but it's about how much? Yeah, about 30. We'll go down to about 33. I won't pay too much. Maybe about 23%. Yeah, the water reserve in Trinidad. I know you hear myself well, boy. The water reserves in Trinidad and Tobago, folks. Hold on now. The water reserve in Trinidad and Tobago. Right, so I hear myself better now. I hope that you all hear me well as well. Alright, the water reserve in Trinidad and Tobago is right now 23%. 23%. That means that no rain will never fall. Rain will never fill the reservoirs in Trinidad. Forget about that. Forget about your reservoirs in Trinidad being filled. You're praying for other people rather than praying for your own selves as a country. Alright, so you pray for the Bahamas, and the Bahamas still get. You say Jesus saved them and they still get. Right? So the more you call on the idols, or the more you call on Jesus, or the more you call on these demigods, the people who you're praying for will be punished more. Because they don't listen to me, you run to social media, and then you take your own part and you don't listen to anything that the divine messenger speaks, right? Since you don't listen to me at all, well, then you will pay for that. You will pay for that. So praise Yah that Dorrian is now moving again, and Dorrian is approaching Florida right now. It's approaching Florida. It's right now on the east coast of Florida. Remember, Florida is on the north, right? And tonight, I am going to explain to the whole world what is our plan for Florida. All right, so stay tuned. We're going to start. We're going to start just now. Just now, we're going to start. Just putting everything in order. I'm excited, really, really excited to explain to the whole world of all the beautiful things, the earthquakes, and all these different things that will be happening in Florida. It's going to be really awesome, guys. Trust me. It's going to be
earthquake
really, really
information.
awesome.
Location 3 kilometers east north of
I'm also going to
5
be
minutes ago,
explaining
10:10 p.m. Class minor, magnitude 2.3, depth 10 kilometers.
All right, so I'm also going to be explaining today too as well of I'm not sure I'll be teaching about Italy and all them places, but there's a lot of teachings, guys, a lot of things to teach. but I don't have the time. We don't really have the time, and most people will not want to listen to anything that I have to say. All right. So thank you for all those that turn up your volume so that you can hear carefully how I'm going to explain about all these beautiful things that happen in Florida. Again, Dorian, just to give you all an idea, Dorian has now moved closer to Florida. When they lift the alert was lifted in Florida. Now they have to put back up the alert again, because Dorian is a category 7 and it's going to saturate the whole of Florida, which includes the other small islands or the other counties, so to speak, like Georgia, Texas, Oklahoma, New York, just name it. All right. So what I'm going to do is now we're going to dive into that beautiful teaching. All right. We're going to dive into that teaching right now. We're going to start as this teaching going to be beautiful, guys, and I believe everybody should be on the live to learn, all right, exactly how we're going to do things. First, guys, this I'm going to show you all first where Dorian is, all right, on my end. I'm going to show you all first where Dorian is, right? So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to draw. I'm going to just show you all where Dorian is right now. Alright, let me see what happens there. Nothing. Alright, so we're just waiting right now. Alright, so I just bring up like a little green circle there to just show you all where Dorian is. You all have an idea, right? And hope that I can make it a little, you know, anything. Anyhow, but I'm just going to show you all the path of Dorian now, and then I'm going to show you all how the earthquake's going to happen. So which one you want to learn first? You want to learn where Dorian is, or you want to learn? All right, and let me just show you all another hurricane. Another system has just started here. So let me just I'm just switch this around, and I'll just show you all how lovely Abadem is doing things, right? How beautiful they're doing things. There's another hurricane that begin. I'll show you all where it's starting. Keep your eyes open. Alright, so this is Dorian. This is a tropical depression. Now I'm gonna show you all where we have another tropical depression forming right now. Alright. I'm just gonna keep your eyes open. This is gonna be really interesting. Alright. So how beautiful it is. It's beautiful to praise Yah. That's another tropical depression there, right? It's a small storm, you know. We're gonna build it to, you know, gradually build it. Let's see if I can move everything. If everything can move there. Alright. We're gonna gradually build the storm, you know, no worries. Alright guys, so we have begin today's teaching. I'll touch on other things that I didn't want to touch. Alright, so I think it locked there, so it should be simple to shift and move and get things in again. Alright guys, so we started teaching, right? Dorian is now a category 7 hurricane. They will never tell the public that because they don't want me to look right. Alright guys, so we have a tropical depression here. We also have a tropical depression here, right? There's a tropical depression down here, alright? And there's a other tropical depression. I'm going to show you all where the other beautiful tropical depression is, alright? We have a tropical depression right here. Oh, right. Right, yeah. Right. I didn't switch the right. Right, so I'm going to show you what another beautiful tropical depression is. The other tropical depression is right off the coast of Georgia, right? Nobody talking about this, you know. Then when they talk about that, you know, the Archangel Samuel look right, you know what I mean. So there's a other tropical depression here, right? So I just showed you all where the other tropical depressions are, so that you all will have a beautiful idea of we're going to merge these storms, right? All right, so, and we have Dorian here. This is Dorian, by the way. We have Dorian. We have let me see if I can make it a little beautiful by just adding some paint colors or something to it. It's black, right? So I just put a D for Dorian. Oh gosh, don't mind Medina. Don't mind Medina. Only Medina look kind of thing, eh? This is Dorian, right? So you know this Dorian. Dorian is right now a Cat 7. It's now a Cat 7, so I'll just put 7 because it is a Cat 7 right now. Beaten, alright. Dorian is right now beaten the this is Florida right now, right? And there's a tropical depression here, right? So I just showing you all now, you know, just giving you all an idea of what we're going to do, how we're going to do it. And in order for the storm or in order for the hurricane to survive, we need to create tropical depressions all over in this area in order to saturate. So how are we going to do the saturate, folks? You ask? Right. I'm glad you asked how we're going to do the saturation. In order for us to do the saturation, we have to do some connections here, right? Now, Dorian will merge with this storm, as I show you all. And then we're going to move this tropical depression, alright, and we're going to merge, just going to get a different color here. I'm just waiting for it to come up. I love to teach you all, you know, because I don't know when I'm going live again. I don't know when I will be live again to teach about this, right? Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to shoot up here, right? So we're going to come directly to New York City and we're going to saturate New York. Alright, we're going to saturate New York from here. Alright, what we're going to do with the hurricane one that formed off of the coast of Mexico. Hi, I'm glad you asked. We are going to I just had to change out the colors. Is it possible to just change the colors without doing that? Alright, so I can change the colors from there, which is beautiful. What I'm going to do now, guys, I am going to show you the part of the storm from Mexico and where it's going to go. Alright, Alabama. Alright, from Alabama it goes straight away to straight away to Tennessee. Right, it will go to Tennessee. And then what we're going to do with Dorian, we're going to merge Dorian with the storm. So what we're going to do is we're going to merge Dorian, right? We're going to merge Dorian. We're going to use Dorian on land, right? And when we use Dorian on land, what we're going to do with Tropical Depression 7? We are going to, I'm just going to show you all something really quick, all right? Before I start the more advanced teaching of what the earthquake's going to happen, that's going to be very interesting. Trust me, it's going to be really interesting because this is the life that you need to be on. Trust me. So we have Dorian as a category 7 on the line to you, and we're going to merge all these storms and we're going to saturate. I'm going to use a different color. Obviously, I want to show you all we are going to use from here, all right? We're going to merge these two storms here. We are going to merge from here to here. So you see we have that, right? So what do you think will happen next? All right? Because we are saturating from the island of Florida, and we're going to Georgia, we're going to South Carolina, we're going to North Carolina, we're going to we're using these tropical depressions to do saturation in Virginia and Ohio, all the way to Ohio. And what we're going to do with Vermont and Maine, wherever the name of the places, we're going to saturate man, because we want to begin earthquakes in Florida. This is what we're going to begin. We're going to begin a burst of earthquakes in Florida. In order to begin earthquakes in Florida, we have to saturate Florida. That's like what we did with California. In order to create earthquakes in California, we had to saturate California. California had about 3 years drought, right? True. Right, the droughts that happened in California, and then bam, Abba brought atmospheric tsunami over California, Bakersfield, Ridgecrest, give me some places, Ridgecrest, California, Las Vegas had a plague of flies or wait, it was in Las Vegas had a plague recently, right? We're going to discuss that. Don't need to run away, right? We're going to discuss that right here on the live. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 tropical depressions here, but down to China, Taiwan, all them different places, I already teach about that already. There's no need for me to teach about China, what's going to happen to Myanmar, India, Sri Lanka, all them places, because I already teach that. To learn, you have to go back and learn, all right? You have to go back and learn exactly what I teach to understand. All right, so what we're going to do here, guys, we are going to connect these dots, right? We're going to connect these dots by using circle, right? By using circles, I am going to show you all by using circles. That's by using circles. By using circles, you'll know exactly where we're going to saturate, right? So using circles, that was kind of out of here. I'm showing you all where we're going to saturate with these beautiful storms that coming, right? So you know exactly where we're going to saturate, all right? You're going to learn the truth on this live here right now. You're going to learn exactly where we're going to saturate and where earthquakes going to begin after today, right? This is the life, to be honest. This is the life. All right. Now we have an earthquake off of Mexico. Sorry, we have earthquakes happening on the coast of Mexico. Why do we have earthquakes happening in the coast of Mexico, right? And to make it very clear and to make it more clearer, I just want to give you all an idea of what we're working with here, right? I want to show you all what we're working with so that you have a beautiful idea why do we have earthquakes happening in the coast of Mexico? Why? Can anybody tell me in the comment section, why do we have earthquakes happening off the coast of Mexico? And right where this tropical depression is no longer tropical depression, is now a category 1 hurricane. Nobody talking about the category 1 hurricane. There are 2 category 1 hurricane. This here is the name Jenny. So what I'm going to do, I am just going to, this is Jenny or Juliet? No, this is Juliet. We had Jenny, which is Poodle in Philippines a few days ago, right? We had Poodle a few days ago in, you know what I mean, right? Now guys, what we're going to teach now, right? I want to show you all how beautiful this really is, so that you will have an understanding, right? What's the name of the other storm again? I can't remember. All I need to help me. What's the name of the other storm that formed right off the coast of Florida? Let me see if I could just go and find it there, because I don't want to make the mistake. I want all to understand, all right? So that you will know how beautiful it is to listen to Archangel Samuel. So I'm looking for it. It's Dorrian. It's called 7, blah blah blah, and we have 90% chance one forming right again, this time in the North Atlantic Ridge. All right, so we had Dorrian form in the Central Atlantic Ridge. Now we have a 90% a storm, right, that will be formed in the North Atlantic Ridge. And tonight, Abadan began earthquakes in the North Atlantic Ridge. Alright, and then there's a 2% chance of another storm. Alright, 2% chance of another storm. Alright, that from northeast of Bahamas. Yes, it formed northeast of Bahamas. So right now it's forming, and those storms are going to merge with Dorrian to become a massive typhoon. If you want to call it a super Dorrian, you could call it a super Dorrian now, because this is what we're going to do. We're going to actually merge the tropical 7. We're going to merge Dorrian with all the other storms to create a monster on land. Listen to me. We're going to create a monster on land saturation, right? In order to speed things up, in order to speed up the process, we're going to create a monster saturation process that is going to happen from Louisiana, Texas, all right? From Louisiana, Texas to Mississippi to Tennessee to Kentucky, Indiana. And I'm going to just show you all this is going to make sense in a second. All right? So what we're going to do here now, let me see if I could just go back and just, no, let's use this. We're going to do, all right, we're going to saturate Indiana too. Just take notes of what I'm drawing here, so that when I draw the earthquake, and when the earthquake's going to happen, then you will understand how the earthquake's going to be happen for those places. So now we have Juliet. All right, we have Juliet moving towards Mississippi, Alabama, and we have Dorrian will merge when Dorrian moved to Georgia, to the coast of Georgia. And let me just do that now. When Dorrian moves to the coast of Georgia, all right, when Dorrian moves, I'm just gonna push that right there one time. When Dorrian moved to the coast of Georgia, and folks, this is how the merging going to take place. But what I'm going to do is something a little different here. Right. Now we have Dorrian exactly over Georgia. Right. Dorrian will merge and go exactly over Georgia. Everything that I'm saying here will happen exactly as is. Nothing will change what we are doing. All right, so we know from North Carolina, then we move to Virginia. Let me see if I could stretch that boy. All right, I'll stretch it there. I'll do a little stretch. Let me see what. All these places will be saturated. All these places will be saturated. All right, I'm stretching the cone. Right. And then we have the North Atlantic Ridge. Alright, any questions could be asked in the comment section. Alright, as this brings us to this part of the teaching of how the storms are going to merge on land and create a massive monster super hurricane. Alright, it's already a category 7. It will go up maybe to a category 10. I don't know. I can just simply tell you all what is Yahweh plans, right? What Yahweh plan to do Erin, yeah, I think it's Erin. I can't remember who is Erin right now, but Juliet and thing, but you know. Alright, so we have Juliet, and we also have a next one that just formed. So there's a next one that just formed just a while ago, not too far from Juliet. Let me just make that up there. Let me just carve that out there for you. I'm just going to put it in a different way. There's a next tropical depression, right? Just formed, not too far from Juliet. Yeah, right. So I put it in there, right? I put it in there. I give you all a beautiful sketch, give you all a beautiful understanding how we're going to saturate the land, right? Now, what I'm going to be showing you all here, when I find the same pink, right? That's how I use this. You get a beautiful sketch here, right? So saturation will happen. Yeah, right. Don't mind my arrow looking kind of weddy, but don't worry. When I start to do the earthquakes now, you will understand, right? So if there's any question at all, you can ask. No problem, right? No problem at all. You can ask if you have any question. So if we're going to saturate West Virginia, it's obviously we're going to stretch the storm, right? It's obviously the storm will have to be stretched from here, right? And it will have to go down this side, right? And when it go to this side, folks, then it will go to the east of the Atlantic. Well, that's our next teaching for next time, and can't teach you all everything in one day. All right, but I'm just trying to at least teach you all what Yahuwah is teaching me now, so that you all have an idea. So we have Tropical Depression 7 now. Yes, it's called Tropical Depression 7. You see, we are Dorian as category 7. I want this to make perfect sense to the public, and I want you all to understand how Yahuwah is doing his saturation. So you now will have a better idea. You'll have a better idea how Yahuwah is doing his saturation, right? So once you understand how Yahuwah is doing his saturation, looking for a block. So once you understand how Yahuwah is doing his saturation, so this is tropical depression. Oh no, this is just the wrong thing I use. So let me just come out here. Tropical, it's called Tropical 7. Yeah? That's Tropical Storm the 7 there. Facebook, don't try to play your ass now, man. Don't try to play in your ass. I already know, gosh, man. Oh gosh, Facebook. Oh gosh, you have a lot of things happening. Give me a chance now. Let me do my live in peace. Oh gosh, Facebook. Oh gosh, man. Gosh, Facebook. Alright. Alright, guys. Oh my gosh. Yes, and I'm going to show you all the storm to go to Jamaica. Alright. So all these beautiful things going to happen. And how much storm do you have here? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out of those tropical depressions, there will be atmospheric tsunami to come to saturate those places. Once those places has been saturated, we will begin earthquakes in Florida. From Florida, go right back to Man or Maine or wherever anybody place. So I'm taking questions right now. Anybody have any question whatsoever? After Indiana, there's Ohio and Kansas, right? So these storms on land will merge. Yes, it will merge, and it will be a serious downburst that's going to happen, by the way, right? If you have any questions, you are free to say whatever question that you have right now. So whatever question you have, you are free to tell us. So before we dive, so now we know that all these storms going to merge with Dorian, and here's the reason why Dorian was churning over, the reason why Dorian was churning over Bahamas for some days. Also, there's another tropical depression that Abase has just come to life. Let's see if I could just show you all. There's a new tropical depression that formed. All right, I'll show you all where it is actually. There's a new tropical disturbance, or whatever they call it, has just formed. So I put that a little black, giving all you a little understanding. I make it a little bigger, so don't worry, it might be a little smaller to you, but this is the drawing. Anyhow, so this is the new one. While Dorian move from here, this one will move to the Bahamas to do saturation on the eastern side of the Bahamas. So the eastern side of the Bahamas will now be saturated, as Dorian already, completely, mostly flatten Bahamas. Bahamas, not the whole of Bahamas flatten. I can tell you, certain parts of Bahamas, certain parts of the Bahamas is completely flattened. You hear what I'm saying? Right. Now they're going to bring a tropical depression. A tropical depression, which will be a tropical storm. And if that, no, all these drawing, all these things, it depends on if Abba Yahuwah decides to do it. He say already going to do it according to, I don't know, if he might change his mind and say, now when do it, so I will do it a different way. But this is exactly how he's going to do it. If we don't do it today, tomorrow, whatever, this is exactly how it's going to be done. This is the divine drawing of how the hurricanes and the storms, tropical depressions, tropical wave, and blah blah blah. All right. Note there's a tropical wave also too. Right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you all the tropical wave. Right. I'm going to show you all the tropical wave. So I'm going to show you all where the tropical wave is. I'm just going to make it a little small, nothing too big. The tropical wave has to be a little small. A tropical wave can't be too big, right? Alright, so now we complete this. Now, what do you ask going on day? What going on day, boy? Anyhow, just go back to this. Oh gosh, right. Alright, on. I thought I'd lose everything there. You all make sure that you take screenshots so that if Facebook decide to cut the live, that you have already gotten to learn about that part. I don't want to go back and teach about certain things. You know what I mean? Make sure you have a definite how the tropical storms will be happening, all these beautiful things. Make sure you take screenshots of this. Will it be wise to stay home during these storms? I don't know. I don't know if it would be wise to stay home during this storm. I don't know. It's your decision if you want to stay home or not. But I wouldn't advise anybody to stay home during these storms. Yeah, I wouldn't advise that. I wouldn't. I wouldn't advise it, to be honest. But that's a kind of difficult question that you will have to decide, Sister Rosa. I can't decide that for you, right? Yeah, bro. Hey, what's up to you, brother Frank? Dorian flattened the Bahamas. Yeah, the Bahamas is flattened. 90% of the Bahamas gone through. What more mega tsunami on the way? Who can't hear will feel, and they will know Elohim is real. Alright. I'm gonna read now. Yes, there's another storm to flatten Jamaica too as well. All those places, remember Jamaica, all them places don't really get rain. And remember, it had a drought in the Caribbean island. The whole Caribbean island had a serious drought. So now, Yahuwah is not going to fill back the reservoirs of Trinidad. The reservoirs of Trinidad will never be filled again, because the end of the world coming. You don't need to fill it back. Right, you don't need to fill it back in. You're not going and fill back the reservoirs because people not appreciating the time I sit here and teach people the truth. Alright, so to help with them, right? Alright, guys, so this brings us to the teaching of, this brings us to the teaching of all the storms will be happening, right? What if we was to show you all how the earthquakes will be happening? Will it be possible to do the same drawing here? Yes, it is possible, right? But you all know how all the storms will merge and all these different beautiful things. God, now you have a beautiful idea how all these storms will be merging, right? Dorrian is a category 7 and there is a storm called 7. Yeah, I don't know why they call it storm 7, but there's a storm called 7, S-E-V-E-N, 7. I put the number 7 because the storm is 7. And there is Juliet, right, off the coast of Mexico. There's also another storm right in front of Florida called what's called, boy, Nolan. What's the storm, Roland or Nolan? What's the name of the storm? Called No. All those storms will be used to do our saturation. To be a 7, let me just go back. Go back up and let me see. Let me see. Fanan. Yeah, Fanan. Fanan is a storm, a tropical depression, and it strengthens into a tropical storm. It strengthens into the storm Fanan. So it's now the storm Fanan, and it will grow into a hurricane to do the saturation for Mexico, etc. and etc. All right. All right. So now we're going to begin the earthquakes teaching. So that means I will have to remove everything on the screen. Take a screenshot. All right. Take a screenshot, guys. I'm going to begin the drawing for the earthquakes. Or should I begin the should I begin the earthquakes doing like this? I wonder if it will be understandable that people will understand if I do a earthquake and storm drawing at the same time. It's possible. Yeah, I mean, it's possible. I'm going to begin the nether drawing one time. I ain't sticking. Alright, I'm going to begin the other drawing one time. We're not going to stick. Right, let me just see if I could just get other things in our order there. Right, it is possible. And we're going to begin the next drawing one time on top of this drawing, so that people will understand after the saturation earthquakes on the island of Florida and off the coast, north coast of Florida too as well. Alright, so while I prepare for this, I'm going to prepare for this. Let me just take a little intermission there, because we had to take intermission in between. Alright.
Can't ball in a life, man. Go on with it, but go on with it.
Yo, is it? Are you kidding me?
Ghost, yeah. So we are coming with a force, yeah. Blessings we are reap and we coursing on full. Oh, we not rise and boast. Yeah, we give thanks that we need it the most. We have to give thanks that we really supposed to be thankful. Blessings all for my life and my thank God for the journey, the earnings are just for the plus. Yeah. Gratitude is a must. Yeah, we see blessings fall by my right hand. But I toast with the friends we take off every load. One time did sit down in a class on the board, then only said the road and me go on with the road. Third form, me say me try a thing, and you know it formed out to be a fire thing. Now up on stage with credit, say I sing, yeah, see me all dig you soon get the higher ring like hello brother. Me say I had to shut ya, saw your poster, spectacular photo. Keep it burning, yes that's the motto. If you need a butter, pass through your shot to can't fall in a life, man. Me have to thank God for the journey, the earnings are just for the plus. Yeah, and gratitude is a must. Yeah, me see blessings fall by my right hand. But I toast to the friends we take off the load. One time they sit down in a class on the board, then only said the road and me go on with it, go on with it. That's how our blessings upon me, and send me to tell them a story. That's how our blessings upon me, and that's how I mean to give him the door, the free, and me delighted. Jah knows me passion ignited. Got the music me excited, coming like a potion. Blessings all for my life and my thank God for the journey, the earnings are just for the plus. Yeah, and gratitude load. One time did sit down in a class and we bored dead. All he said the road and me go on with the road. Ghost, yeah, yeah. The ghost. Oh, we not rise and boast. Yeah, we give thanks. We have to give thanks that we really supposed to be thankful. Blessings all for my life and my thank God for the journey, the earnings, and just for the plus. Yeah. And gratitude is a must. Yeah, me see blessings fall by my right hand. But I toast for the friends that take off every load. One time did sit down in a class and we bored dead. All he said the road and we go on with the road. Ghost. Yeah, yeah.
All right, guys, we.
The ghost. Can't ball in a life, man. Go on with it, but go on with it.
Yo, is it? Are you kidding me?
Ghost, yeah. So we are coming with a force, yeah. Blessings we are reap and we coursing on full. Oh, we not rise and boast. Yeah, we give thanks like we need it the most. We have to give thanks like we really supposed to be thankful. Blessings all for my life, man.
All right, we are back. We're not going to stay too long in our intermission break, as my mic was just cut off there by Facebook. But we are back. I'm going to teach you all now about the earthquakes. How the earthquakes going to happen for Florida after we do the saturation. All right. And I'm also going to show you all how Florida is going to break off from the land, as we need a straight plane to create the tsunami. So to create the mega tsunami, we have to break off Florida. So I will be showing you all that too as well, while I build the tectonic plates to show you all where earthquakes will be happening in Florida. All right. So we're going to begin this teaching right away, as now we're going to be teaching you all where earthquakes will be happening now in Florida. All right. So what I'm going to do is just show you all, little balls and stuff like that, and you will understand where earthquakes will be happening. So this red and yellow, all this red and yellow will be earthquakes will be happening to build the tectonic plate. Remember to teach you all about that, right? Tectonic plate needs to be built in order to create a tsunami. Tectonic plate have to be built up in a certain way. Once the tectonic plate is built up, then we will be able to execute earthquakes after we saturate them, right? So the reason why earthquakes will be happening here is because to bring the tsunami, right? To bring the tsunami, we have to do earthquakes, all right? All right. Once the tectonic plate is built up, then we will be able to do earthquakes in Florida, right? So I'll show you, just showing you all where all the earthquakes is. Then I will build and draw the tectonic plate, and then I will show you all how everything will unfold. But right now I'm just showing you all where earthquakes will be happening, because earthquakes are happening right. The earthquakes are happening in order to build the tsunami. And as I keep always showing you all from time to time how all these tsunamis going to happen. And today I'm going to show you all. I'm just going to do a quick. So yeah, what's going on, right? I had to show you all this in a quick phase. All right, so I'm just going to like draw. So the T that I draw down there represents the tsunami, right? The writing mechanism is working. We call this space boy. So remember the last tsunami that I teach about Indonesia, it began in Christmas Island, right? Anybody remember that teaching? Anybody remember that teaching with Christmas Island? Now we're going to begin a tsunami on what's the name of this place, boy? Make sure that you have your pen and your paper to write down all these things that I'm going to be telling you all. What's the name of this place, boy? What's the name of Bermuda? Alright, so we're going to begin the tsunami. Bermuda off the coast of Bermuda, that is the north of that is the North Atlantic ridge. We're going to begin earthquakes in the North Atlantic Ocean, so to speak. Within the next 3 to 5 days we're going to begin earthquakes there. Alright, So off Bermuda, we're going to begin the tsunami. As you can see, I put the T down there for a reason. Alright, now we're going to begin our beautiful drawing for today. Sit back, relax. You know, it will be beautiful. Alright. So now I'm going to be drawing everything here now for you. Oh, shucks, wrong thing. We're going to begin our drawing now. How we're going to connect the tectonic plates. Alright. And how we're going to do everything. So while I'm talking, well, I ain't really talking. I just drawing it out for you all, so that you all could understand how the tsunami going to be happening. Alright. First, you know, I had to build the bridge. To show you all how the tsunami will be happening. Right. The tsunami will be happening like so, folks. Right. Like so. And then the tsunami will be happening like here. So all the tectonic plates that they touch, will contribute in building the tectonic plate. Now this goes here. Alright. So this might look like a puzzle to you all, eh? Yeah. It had to be a puzzle because some people won't understand with the heck I draw. Right? So this is how all the earthquakes are going to be happening in Florida to create the tsunami. Right? The tsunami had to happen in a very special way, as I'm showing you all right now. Alright? So I'm doing the drawing now to show you all how we're going to begin the tsunami in Florida, off the coast of Florida. Right? So off the coast of Florida, I remember the tsunami going to begin in Bermuda, right? Remember Bermuda, right above Bermuda there is a tropical depression. We're going to use the tropical depression, the balls of the tropical depression, to make up the tectonic plates, right? Right? So I just want you all to understand how everything going to work out. So we're making up the tectonic plate. These are places where earthquakes going to be happening in and around on land in Florida too as well. Right? Now I'm not going to go on land as, you know what? Let me go on land. I'll go on land here, and I will, yeah. Anybody know where that place is? You could simply look for it, right? We're going to begin earthquakes here too as well. All the places that you see are right out. Those are places where earthquakes has begun. So all the places that you see are put there, those are places where earthquakes will begin. Now note, Florida have to break off in order to create a tsunami for the northeastern of Mexico. Alright? So in order to create the tsunami for the northeastern of Mexico, we have to do that, right? So right now, I'm putting things in place to create the earthquakes for Florida, right? So I'm going to show you all now how Florida are going to break off. Oh, not switch, boy. Right, got it to switch. Gotta use this. Florida will have to break off from here, right? I'll just join it back to the tectonic plate so you'll have a understand. From here, Florida will break off together with, you know what? I should just, I should just make it a little longer, and just show you all we're gonna break off. Gonna break off from here. Yeah, Florida will break off. I'm gonna just stop right here. Alright, so I'm just doing a drawing on top of our other drawing. So just to give you all an idea how earthquakes going to begin in Florida and the splits that are going to happen in Florida. Remember that America will be divided in 7 parts. Trinidad will be divided in 3. Venezuela will be divided in 3, right? Together with Colombia, because Colombia is on land and all the other different places, right? So there's a lot to teach you all still, but I don't have time. I don't have the time, and time is going. Time is going right now, so I don't really have the time to, teach you all that in-depth things. But say what? So I'm just gonna show you all where all the earthquakes will be happening. All right, as these places. I don't think we will bring South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia, Indiana. All those places will need to be saturated. All right. All right. So. So let's show you all where earthquakes will begin. Right off the coast of New York, they're going to begin earthquakes right here too as well. So I'm just showing you now where all the earthquakes will be happening. Right? And so I do 2 drawings in one, so that you will know that this is the slip and slide tectonic plate. Right? Remember we learned about different what the tectonic plate does. Different tectonic plate does different thing, and it will give a different effect. So now we're learning about the slip and slide tectonic plate. This drawing indicates the slip and slide tectonic plate. The plate will go underneath, then the plate will rise, then there will be another plate here that will rise to push the water into New York, right? So we know that Florida will have to break off, and let me just do another earthquake here too as well. Now this is going to happen, a sap is going to happen, as Florida will have to break off, right? Florida will have to break off. So the reason why earthquakes happening in the coast of Venezuela, the reason why earthquakes happening in the coast of Venezuela, it is to split Florida, right? Florida have to break off, completely break off, right? So I just showing you all so the reason why earthquakes happening in the coast of Mexico, in the coast of Venezuela, you have an idea, right? It all connects, whether from Venezuela to Florida, it all connects. I tell you all tectonic plates connects, but the tectonic plate does different thing. Different tectonic plates does different effects. So you have different effects happening with the tectonic plates. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly change the color. So I'm going to quickly change the color to just give you all other idea. Right, so that now will be an interlock. So it will be now an interlock tectonic changement will be happening there, right? So that means I will have to change the color again. Right, all the earthquakes had to happen in the ocean, in the North Atlantic, done by Bermuda to create that tsunami. So the tsunami will be triggered from Bermuda. The tsunami will be triggered from the island of Bermuda, going onwards. Right. So that's gonna show you all. Let me just bring this up there so that you all will have an idea. This is where the tsunami will be starting. Oh frick, man. I don't know, was I able to change that? Alright, beautiful. I was able to go back normal. Gosh. Sometimes that has happened. Alright, so I could simply go back and delete that. I tried to like draw a circle here to show you all where the earthquakes will be happening down here. Alright, so always here draw, those are where earthquakes are happening right now. And I'm going to do one on land too. I'm just going to switch the color from yellow to, I don't know, maybe green, maybe black. Yeah, yellow and black, yellow and black, or something like that. So I'm gonna do one on land, right, in the Gulf of Mexico. So the reason why I do that, because the split will be initiated from the Gulf of Mexico straight across to Florida, right? So I'm going to do our next one again. These are places where earthquakes happen, by the way. Earthquakes happen all here. Alright? The earthquakes happen all here in order to trigger events. So all these things are dismantling the tectonic plate. The tectonic plate is being dismantled, right? So now you know where all the places where the earthquakes will be happening, right? So now I'll have to like do different things, right? Even on land, the yellow and black folks is to initiate the split, and then the green and the yellow is to initiate a different split. It's like a interconnection split, right? That will split from the Gulf of Mexico, come straight around to the Gulf of Florida, right, in order to trigger events or tsunamis. That's possible. Is Florida breaking off in alignment of North and Mid-Atlantic Ridge? Correct is right, yes. And to mention, as I've explained to you all, that earthquakes happen, let me see, right here. Remember, it's splitting, right? Remember, it's splitting. So if it's splitting, that means that you have to create, right? You have to do earthquakes out there to dismantle the tectonic plates. In order to create mega catastrophic tsunamis, you have to dismantle the tectonic plates. So the tectonic plates are being dismantled, by the way. I'm trying to do something here, but it's not working out perfectly. This should be more like it. Alright, so what I'm doing is just using the other drawing and just, just escalating the teaching in a little bit, because I'm trying to teach you all how the tsunamis will be happening, right? Off of New York, off the coast of Virginia, that will be a next earthquake to happen there, and then this will be a next earthquake to happen there, a next earthquake to happen here. Next earthquake will be happen here. Abraham said, next earthquake to happen down here. All those places is where earthquakes will be happening, maybe in the next few months or the next few days. I'm not sure if we will be here for this, because this will be a very, very big just like what Abraham doing, just like what they're doing in California, the same thing they will do here, right? And they'll begin, major earthquakes will begin in Florida, right? Major, and then they will go to the minor, major, minor, major, minor, mega, and then they will begin mega earthquakes in South Carolina. Then they will begin earthquakes in Kentucky. It's the same thing they're doing, folks. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. You just have to understand, You just have to understand what I'm doing, and then you will say, wow, okay, so this is how they plan to dismantle the countries, yeah. So just so you all, once you understand what Yahuwah is doing, then you'll be like, wow, okay, so this is how they dismantling the tectonic plates, right? This is how they're dismantling the tectonic plate and breaking the land at the same time. They're breaking the land and just connecting the dots to show you all by using black. So just showing you all now, right? You just connecting the dots, right? Alright, so just connecting all the dots to show you all how all the earthquakes will be happening. All the tectonic plates will be building. So you have an idea. No, this is not supposed to be here. It's supposed to be here. And then we have an opening here where we'll have a little tsunami wave going to happen when Abba begin earthquakes in Florida. When they begin earthquakes in Florida, this is all this drawing going to come to life. Alright, this drawing is going to come to life. Alright, so there's an opening here to connect back to here. Alright, oh no, this looks kind of weird, so I need to change that. So what I'm going to do is just, you know, as usual, do some changes in the drawing as is that one boy? So yeah, I'm doing some changes in the drawing right now, right? And just, you know, in order for you all to understand. Anybody there who's there with us right now? This is the live that you need to be on right now, right? So I'm doing some changes in the drawing so that you will see, well, where the tsunamis will be happening, how the tsunamis will be happening. And the purpose that I use different colors is to differentiate the different ways or the tectonic plate are laid there. The openings, the reason why I wouldn't connect different things, the reason why I wouldn't connect these, because these are points where the tsunami will be generated. So the tsunami will be generated between Bahamas and North Atlantic Ocean, right? That's how the tsunami will be generated, right? Alright. So now we have the interlock tectonic plate. Let's see if I can just, let me just go back there. Tsunami will be generated between these points here, right? And these points here, because I'm drawing now the interlock tectonic plate, right? And these points here, you realize I'm using a different color so that you will know where the interlock tectonic plate is. Yeah. So this here that we're seeing here, that's wrong with the yellow and all them different thing, right? Now we're seeing how we've seen how the interlock tectonic plate is in the middle, and this is exactly where the storms are. So if you look exactly where I did the drawings for the storm, if you look where I do the drawing for the storm, then you'll be like, boom. So this is exactly where the storms form. It's exactly where the tsunami will be happening. Correct is right. Yes. The storm form exactly where the tsunamis will be happening. And guys, we have Cuba, right? What we're going to do with number 7? Huh? Right? We have Cuba and all them other places to be saturated. Why we do something Cuba? There was an earthquake that happened in Cuba too. I'm going to put that in now. There was an earthquake that happened right here. right? There was an earthquake that happened right there in Cuba, right? There was another earthquake that happened right here in Cuba. There was another earthquake that happened right here in Cuba a few weeks ago. There was another earthquake that happened right here. It was a mini, so I drew it a little smaller so that you all could understand, right? So we do the drawing, it looking kind of upside down, looking kind of different, but this is how the tsunamis and the earthquakes will be happening. Well, the tsunami, mega catastrophic tsunami, will be happening from Alabama. You can see from Alabama, right, to Maine, wherever anybody plays, Vermont, New Hampshire, right, Hampshire, Vermont, New Hampshire, right? That is right after New York, right? We had earthquakes off of New York, and we're gonna have. I'm gonna actually show you all where earthquakes gonna happen to right here. So all these places is where going to have earthquakes in order to build the tectonic plate. So what I'm gonna do is here now. I'm just gonna put a point everywhere so that you all will know where the interlock tectonic plate is, right? So in order to build the tectonic plate, this is what Yahuwah them have to do. All these will be earthquakes happening, all the different colors, and you see I do the coloring of red, yellow, and all them different colors. It interconnects the different tectonic plates that is in the region of the ocean there. Right? So that's why there was a 1.1 that happened off the coast of Florida. There was a 1.1 that happened off the coast of Florida. So when I bring this teaching to you now, mark this day. This day that I'm doing this teaching, all right, is the 3rd of September 20 Gregorian 19. Right? Mark this drawing, because this drawing is the official drawing for Elohim, and how they're building the tectonic plate, and how they're going to create the storm, and the purpose of the storms, and the reason why certain storms must be dissipated, and then they will revamp the storm again, and then they will do a storm the set spot again, right? So guys, this is a beautiful teaching. This is very beautiful. If you did learn from the beginning, it would be a blessing if you could share this teaching. Some people might laugh at it, but because I don't really business, if they do laugh at it, by the way, it doesn't really matter to me if they do laugh or they do not laugh at this. But this drawing is really, 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 really awesome. And this is Bermuda right here. This is where the tsunami going to be happening. Whoever laugh, well, like the business, I don't really business will laugh, by the way, whoever laugh. Whoever laugh the best. You ever hear that? You ever hear that before? Nice. I hope you heard that. So then the reason why I'm doing the earthquakes will be happening like this. The reason why the earthquakes are happening like this is to build the tectonic plate. It's to build it. Alright? So what we're gonna do is next we're gonna do A and B and all them beautiful things. We're just gonna mark it off and then end the live there. Right? I can't write no A or B, boy. Alright, so I cannot write anything. It's not allowing me to write nothing right now. Not allowing me to write nothing. So guys, I cannot write on the drawing right now. I can't write on the drawing, but I hope to do it in the future. I hope that in the future that maybe the software that I'm using will be able to do it, but it's not doing it as I wanted to do. But I put the T down in the bottom on the right hand corner by Bermuda, to show you all where the tsunami will be happening. So the tsunami will be happening Bermuda, right? Off the coast of Bermuda, it will be triggered in Bermuda and Bahamas, right? So from Bahamas, Cuba, all right? I'll do that drawing there now. That's going to do like a different connection there to show you all there, all right? All these places is where earthquakes happened recently, right? In Cuba, right? Sorry about that. Making a little mistake there. Right, nice. All right, so there we have it there. All right, that's the reason why Abraham is flattening Bahamas in order to use this compartment of water to do a tsunami, right? So the tsunami will happen from Bahamas off the coast of Florida, and it will stretch from Florida, from Bahamas, by the way, straight to Bermuda, right? So from Bahamas to Bermuda is where the tsunamis will be triggered. That is the reason why Abba is flattening the Bermuda right now. The reason why Abba is flattening Bermuda right now is to create the mega catastrophic tsunami. Any questions at all, you are free to ask in the comment section, as this is a beautiful drawing. It's very beautiful. As you can see, the intermediate tectonic plate is right where tropical storm has formed tonight. All right, that is the interlock tectonic plate there that is going to do a reversal after the tsunami. After or before the tsunami, Abraham could do a reversal, but I'm not sure what they're going to do. If they're going to do a reversal from Florida, go back, but it's impossible because those lands are together. All those lands are together. In order to do a reversal, they will have to split the land in accordance to how they want to, in accordance to how they want to create the tsunami. They will have to split the land in order. But you all know that Florida will split off, right? The head of Florida looks like a snake. The head of Florida, the snake head of Florida, right, close to Alabama, will split. It will split off, right? So you know that a lot of earthquakes has to happen in order to split that region, right? In order to split Florida, which will be split because we had to split off. We have to split off the head or the snake head of Florida. We have to split out the snake head of Florida, and then we'll be able to create a tsunami there. So that ain't coming now. That tsunami not going to happen now, but the earthquakes is going to begin in the next few days. In the next few days, they're going to begin a burst of earthquakes in Florida, as this drawing was brought to you by the Kingdom of Elohim and their divine end-time messenger, Archangel Samuel. It's been a blessing being here on the live with everyone. I have teach you all what Yahweh have taught me, and how all the storms, all the earthquakes will be happening, the different patterns of the earthquakes and how it will be happening in order to build the tectonic plate to create a tsunami off the coast of New York, Florida, Bahamas, and Bermuda. Alright, all this going to happen in the North Atlantic Ocean. So we're going to use the water in the North Atlantic Ocean, gather it. The water that coming down from Greenland, the billions of tons of ice that is currently melting in Iceland and Greenland and Antarctica. Those ice, the water, the water that melt from the ice will be used to trigger tsunamis around the world. Alright, so tsunamis will be triggered by the ice, right? By the ice that is melting in the glaciers or in Iceland, Antarctica, Alaska, all those places where the ice is melting. Those are the places where the water is going to gather and it's going to create a mega catastrophic tsunami around the earth. That's what is going to happen in from Hawaii. Triggered, the tsunami will be triggered from Hawaii straight forward to California. From Christmas Island in Indonesia, it will trigger to Kalimantan. It will trigger from Kalimantan, and then it will go over Lombok, Bali. It will go over West Java, East Java. It's going to go over Tamar Island. It's going to go over Papua, Indonesia. It's going to over Sulawesi and all them other beautiful things. But the tsunami from Philippines will begin right off the coast of Philippines, is where the tsunami will be happening in the, I think it's the south of the coast of Davao City. An underwater volcano will trigger those events in the Philippines, right? So we have an understanding. It's been a blessing. It's been nice having you all on the live here with us. We don't have much people on the live, but I just hope and pray that you all understand exactly what I taught you all, because I'm not sure again when I will be doing another live. Hopefully we'll catch more people on the live next time we hope we catch more people and on the live. Hopefully next time we'll be able to catch other people on the live. We are coming to the end of today's live. It's been a blessing. So it's been a blessing being here with you guys.
On this left side, we get to lose the reins of all living things. King of all kings, rule all things.
Lord, give us strength, never let thy face to live out the greater part of my days. Give us strength, Jah, give us strength, never let thy face, no, to live out the greater part of my days. Give us strength, yeah. Indeed, as the pestilence and plague, but I'm not afraid. They are looking for what they can take. Coming on sight, appearing on shape. Lord, give us the vision to differentiate. Yeah, they wait, we shall escape. God who protect is greater than great. In all that we do, He holds our faith. Jah give us strength. Yeah. Never let I face. No, to live out the greater part of my days. Give us strength. Whoa, Jah, give us strength. Yeah. I never let I fail. To live out the greater part of my days. Give us strength. Yeah. Did you use them right in the way they should go? Joy is a stream, constantly flow. And I don't wanna be unhappy. Let me live till I'm great. I work hard. out of tailbearers and backbiters way. Never let the seed of education decay, no way. Jah give us strength, yeah, yeah. I never let I fail, no. Live out the greater part of my days.
And it's last time we live the losing reigns of all living things. King of all kings, rule all things.
Lord, give us strength, oh, never let I fail. To live out the greater part of my days. Give us strength, oh, Jah, give us strength, oh, never let I fail. No, to live out the greater part of my days. Give us strength, yes. Indeed, I see pestilence and plague, but I'm not afraid. They are looking for what they can take. Coming on size, appearing on shape. Lord, give us the vision to differentiate. Yeah, they wait, we shall escape. God who protect is greater than great. In all that we do, He holds our faith. Jah Jah give us strength. Yeah, yeah. Never let I fail. No, to live out the greater part of my days. Give us strength. Whoa, Jah, give us strength. Yeah, yeah. I never let I fail. To live out the greater part of my days. Give us strength. Yeah. Teach the youth them right in the way they should go. Joy is a stream, constantly flow. And I don't wanna be unhappy. Let me live till I'm great. I work hard to get there. Keep out of tailbearers and backbiters way. Never let the seed of education decay. No way. Jah Jah give us strength. Yeah, yeah. Never let I fail. No, to live out the greater part of my days. Give us strength. Yeah, yeah. Jah give us strength. I never let I fail. Oh, to live out the greater part of my days. Give us strength.
Shiloh. As plain as day night is that you will not listen. I see unattentively, witnessing tears rolling down cheeks. Every night.
You have created the sun, the moon, and the stars. They are accountable to you, yeah. The fullness of the earth, the storms, the wind, and the rain. Obey your every command. They carry out your every plan. Who am I to question what you say? Who am I to challenge what you do? Everything that exists, it all belongs to you. Yahuwah, Yahuwah. You are the King, Yeshua. You are the King of heaven and earth. It all belongs to you. Kabiosio. 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 What you say? Who You are the King.
You are the King of heaven and the earth.
The everlasting King, the heaven and the earth.